Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tombs of Scoria. I am Koibu, and I will be your DM for the evening. Our player characters have rescued a princess, questionable princess, slaughtered some. Actually, you didn't kill anyone.
No one.
You did
Slaughtered
it entirely
no one.
peacefully with
We killed
very little
nobody.
slaughtering, and have escaped to the ancient lair of Azeron, which is now inhabited by a pair of bemused, confused, and semi-friendly stone giants.
What are their names
But
again?
We haven't named them.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll name them when
Their
we're friendly.
names are Bash and
Smash. Smash.
Bertha.
Oh.
Bath and Bertha.
Bertha.
They are a mated pair. They've been together for 150 years through all sorts of things. They've got 7 sets of children, which they've raised, decades apart each time.
They're stone giants?
Yeah, they're stone giants. Bertha is a real big fan of freshwater fish. Bash is more of like a land meat sort of guy. He's more turf. She's more surf. They served Azeron for a while. Not necessarily happily, but big boss moves in, you like your area, you don't want to have to move just because the rent has gone up, so you pay the new landlord a little bit more, you do a little work on them for the side, so the rent is acceptable, and you get along. But after years of working for an Azeron, you kind of become a dick, so now they're at that, empty nest, landlord's moved on, maybe we can be, the people we want to be instead of the people that we're forced to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if we needed all this backstory on
No, I like
Stone
that.
Giants.
Good.
Wait, how do you make the stone giant potion again? Do you need the head of a stone giant, or what do you need for that?
It's like the hair of a stone giant, right?
The hair, I think, yeah.
Oh, okay,
That's why we're befriending them, for their hairs.
true.
Well, I believe that is where we left off. Unless anyone has anything to say to start us off today, we can just hop into the stone giant lair.
Good.
Well,
Pop us in.
Let's do it.
Okay. You guys, the 3 of you, plus your prisoner in your bag of holding, plus your Princess Sarah Harazim,
2 prisoners.
are in the stone giant lair.
We have 2 prisoners in the bag of holding. Yep.
The man and the woman.
We got our lover too.
Yeah, we got our lover.
She had a boy toy. Yeah.
Right. Could also be a husband. Or
Yeah.
boyfriend.
Or
boyfriend,
brother.
Or brother.
Yeah, brother, yeah. You don't know how they do in this
Yeah.
part of the world.
So here you guys are. The stone giants look over at you.
I
One
had
of them gives a bit of a wave.
Yeah, I brought out the food. Brought out the... Anton will bring out all the stops. Half a pound of cheese, half a pound of fresh cinnamon bread, 1 pound of spare
Okay.
ribs. All the stuff.
Hello there, friends. Good to see you again. My brother here has some food for you, as always. I hope that we are remaining welcome. And I'll gingerly, take one of the pieces of food from Anton and hand it to one of the giants.
The stone giant brings down a large, meaty palm to rest on the ground in front of you.
Yes, I will place a handful of ribs on his hand.
Turns his hand to accept the ribs. Consumes the food in a single gulp. Rubs
Wow.
his belly.
Bone and all.
You eat the bone as
Oh,
well?
no.
It's a fucking giant, dude.
Damn.
Could be your bones being eaten next, Emmerich, if you're not careful.
Could be, yeah.
Are you okay if we rest here for the night? I'll ask them.
One of them shrugs. Go for it.
Cheers, guys. We'll, we won't bother you. We won't bother you.
Well, let's think for a second before we sleep. We need to make sure the 2 people in the bag, we need to take them out, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're obviously going to do watches and stuff. So we'll take the people out of the bags. They're tied up.
They are tied up. They're out of the bags. Neither of them were magically unconscious, right?
They were at some point.
They were, but I think they
yeah.
woke up, yeah.
They probably woke up.
Okay.
Are they tied up?
They're tied up.
Yeah.
They struggle against their bonds a little bit. Take a look around the cave. See the stone giants. See the 3 of you. See Sarah. They're struggling. Stops.
Well, I'm probably the most equipped with staying up all night, so you guys can rest and
I will pull us away from the prisoners for a second and lower my voice and say, should we start asking them about Janice and what they did to Sarah now, or should we wait till we get back to the capital?
We might as well just wait till we get back.
They're probably not going to say anything.
Okay, sure. Listen, one more thing. The Queen wanted Sarah back. I cast a glance over her. I make sure she's not listening to our conversation. Queen wanted Sarah back.
Is probably listening to the conversation, right? It's like you guys and Stone Giants. So unless you're making an effort to like, Sarah, we need to talk about you, she'll be in your shot.
Okay, well, yeah, if she's looking, I'll say, Sarah, do you mind giving me a minute? I need to tell him about what we spoke about.
She asks why you need to do that without her present.
Based.
Okay, listen, so when the Queen asked us to go and find her, it seemed that she wanted to continue her plan of forcing a marriage to continue an alliance with Akuba. But Sarah wouldn't come unless I promised her that she wouldn't be forced to marry anyone. So it is what it is. I'm not about to go back on that. And I'll make sure that she's free to do as she wishes once we get back. But hopefully,
how do you resolve a conflict like that, Imric? What do you mean?
Well, better than leaving her there. At least she's safe.
Well, what is the Queen going to say when the Queen obviously disagrees with your vision for what to do with her?
Well, if the Queen can present a good argument...
The Queen's argument is going to be that the Queen is the Queen. She had a marriage planned. She's going to have another marriage arranged. Like, I don't understand what you think is going to happen.
Well, I'm not in the business of capturing slaves, Tyrael.
I think Sarah's taking a liking to her, Tyrael.
Sarah's a princess. She can marry who she wants, can't she?
No.
Within reason.
No. I don't think that's at all how marriages
kind of
work. What are you talking about? What do you speak like a commoner? Marry who you want? Obviously, we would marry for strategic reasons, or for strategic reasons in these lands.
She's not a princess of Drekis. She's a princess of Akuba.
Of course. But are the Akubans any different? I doubt they're savages.
No, perhaps her lord could tell her who to marry, but our queen shouldn't be able to.
It's fine. Let's let the Queen sort this out. We can deal with that then. This probably isn't the best place to argue amongst each other.
Okay.
It's true. Those stone giants look like they have loose lips. Who knows who will find out what treachery we plan in here.
Give them a thumbs up.
So do we have any of our own food, or...?
I believe we fed it all to Bertha over there, or...
Big
yeah,
Bertha.
we fed them. We'll eat tomorrow. It's fine.
Fine. What about the cider? Did they give that away?
We probably didn't give all this away, but sure, you can have some cracked walnuts, and you can have the cold cider.
Perfect. Thanks. I eat some walnuts and drink my pint of cider. I'd give a walnut to Sarah too. Sure, why not?
Yeah, she'll crack the walnut with her impressive 16 strength in her hand, and then pick out the little bits of meat.
Sorry, the walnuts are pre-cracked.
I already cracked, Neal.
Christ, Neal.
Well,
My immersion.
She cracks an already cracked walnut, and I laugh at her.
I guess you showed her.
Okay, they'll go, I guess, lay down, rest, all of them, and then I will stay awake the whole night.
Keep watching the prisoners. How do they seem, Neal? Do they seem resigned to their fate, or do they seem antsy?
They've been watching what's going on, sitting up, not quite like I'm laying down to go to bed, but just keeping an eye on their surroundings and have been very quiet.
Okay.
What have you done with the shield that has the Akuban royal crest on it?
I would probably have it at this point.
Yeah, we literally only just picked it up about 10 minutes earlier.
Yeah, we picked it up.
Right. Yeah, you just picked it up like 10 minutes ago. There's a small problem here, because that's Sarah's shield.
Well, she buried it, so it's not her shield anymore.
I mean, she showed us to where it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then everyone, you guys were rescuing her. She picks up her ancestral shield with you guys. You teleport to these stone giant areas. Everyone settles down to go to bed.
I have the shield, so if she wants
And
to talk to Big Anton.
Yeah, that's going to be the question. As everyone else settles down to sleep, she will approach you, Anton, and ask for her shield back.
I'm gonna nod. We can sort that out once we get to the capital. I don't know what magical items, or I don't know what the shield does. I don't know if you're planning to teleport away with it, but we can sort that out once we
She
get to the
doesn't
capital.
have a means of teleport, she tells you.
Oh, we'll see. Anton hugs the shield.
Are you She asks if you're stealing her shield from her.
Yeah. Yes. I nod.
Wait, do we all hear this right now, or is it a private conversation?
You should be able to hear it. It's fine.
This is as everyone's settling down, so you can probably hear this conversation echoing through the chamber as you're like trying to go to sleep.
Tyrael approaches the young woman. And the shield was buried in the dirt around your church. It seems strange that you would have such an attachment to it now, no?
Why?
Because oftentimes the things we find ourselves most attached to, we don't bury 6 feet beneath the dirt.
It's not true.
She explains that she was a prisoner from Akuba living in Drekis, and that's the only sensible thing to do when you've got a shield with your family crest on it, when you're in a town of people who want you dead because of who your family is.
Well, we can talk about it in the morning. Good night, Anton says and clutches the shield.
What about the belt? She asks.
Who has the belt? Anton does, right?
I would have. Anton has.
Wait, add this to your sheet. You're adding this to your sheet, right? Belt and shield. Make sure it's...
Yes,
those are the
I
only 2 items that we picked up, right? It was the belt and
Correct,
shield?
yeah. You picked up some paltry amount of money, I thought. Or did you leave it?
I don't think we found any money. I definitely
Yeah, I
would
don't
have
think we found money.
Okay. Yeah. How much does the shield weigh? 16?
Yep.
Or is it? Okay.
Yeah, 16.
Royal.
Are you also stealing my belt? She'll ask you.
I don't have the belt right now. Tyrael should have the belt, in theory.
I thought you said you had the belt.
We haven't handed. Oh, maybe I did get it.
There are
I
two
have the
belts
belt.
of strength.
Yes,
at this point.
I am taking both of your items right now. We can sort it out later.
Can't we just talk about it now?
Perhaps.
Anton, shake his head. No.
Maybe your freedom can be bought with these items. It's the reason we came here in the first place. Ourselves, this is what we were looking for. Finding you is the secondary purpose.
To get the picture straight, then she'll explain. I'm trying not to speak in her voice because I don't want to steal a character. But you have rescued me in exchange, but at the price of stealing all of my stuff.
I scratched my head a bit. I think we were saying, so somehow I got
Yes.
into the room with Emmerich, even though I shouldn't have been in there. So I heard the conversation where she said, it seems that earlier you were so quick to disown your prior Akuban identity. Did I misunderstand that conversation?
A little bit, maybe?
For a priest, you seem awfully, or for a cleric, you seem awfully attached to a material possession that doesn't serve you well.
True.
Did the belt even come from that church? I understand the shield, but...
The belt came from the lady.
Was the belt ultimately the Akuban princess's?
Mm-hmm. It was gifted to her by her first wife.
Yeah, well, that sucks.
What is the shield again? Is it just a +1 shield?
No,
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 it's
it's
the
the
wall
shield
shield.
wall thing.
Oh!
Creates a 10 by 10 wall.
Yeah, she's not getting this shit back. Anton thinks to himself. The +2 belt, she's not getting that back either, because that's a good-ass item that we can trade, so she's kind of shit out of luck, Koibu.
All right. You can explain that to her. You have weapons and armor, and she is just a cleric dressed in, normal clothing.
Okay, I'll tell her. We'll head back to the capital. We'll have a conversation with the queen to determine, I suppose, what your future is, and we'll have a discussion about these items then. Reasonably, I don't think it's possible for her even to carry the shield. She can't carry a 16-pound shield, right? That's heavy. She's a little itty-bitty person, right?
Maybe if she had a +2 strength belt.
Yeah, but she wouldn't wear a strength. That's unbecoming of a young woman, a young cleric princess. So, we'll have a discussion once we return to the capital, and we'll sort all of these issues out. I assure you have my word.
She nods her head in understanding of what is happening here.
Understanding that we're going to have a conversation when we get back, of course.
I mean, at least she's
you
not
get
a
the
prisoner
distinct
anymore.
impression she thinks you guys are just stealing her shit and are going to forcibly abduct her back to the capital. There's not a lot of like,
Well, we are forcibly
that is
abducting her
what
back
we
to the
are.
capital.
Yes, this is what's happening.
yeah.
And you know what?
Cool.
For that, you're welcome. Because now you're not a fucking slave to backstabbers of the fucking crown. Congratulations.
Now you're just a slave to the crown itself. Perfect.
Well,
At least there's honor in that.
should have been Drekis and not a Kubian then. What are you going to do?
Yeah. True.
Okay, next
All
day.
right. Done. Next day.
Here's my spells.
Say goodbye to my giant friends. I don't get new spells because I stayed awake.
So, how many people can I reasonably have on my back as a Pegasus, Neal? Because 3 is maybe pushing it a bit.
Really? Aren't Pegasus like big ass horses?
Well, I
don't
would
know.
consider the same like on a regular horse. You can fit 1, no problem. 2 people, maybe a little awkward. A 3rd person would be problematic.
So, I've got 2 castings of Polymorph Self, but it's going to be difficult to get this many people back. I'm not sure we can fit a 3rd person in the bag of holding.
It won't work. It's probably too full.
So what do we do? I could ferry us down the mountain and we could walk.
Can't we just teleport candle?
To save a day or 2?
I mean, I guess we're not really worried about time. It's more about like what can happen if you have prisoners that you can't feed, right? We can't feed all these.
We can ration for like 2 days. We should be fine, right? With your
This
cloak?
wouldn't be 2 days. This would be. How fast would this be, Koibu? How fast do you think? 100 miles?
20 miles a day is your average walking pace across that distance. That's 5 days. If you can just walk straight.
How long does it take? Hold on. How long would it take to fly you back if you were Pegasus?
I could do it in a day. It
Okay.
takes 2 castings, so I couldn't go there and back.
Okay, I don't know how these dumbass spells work. Can't you fly Anton back? Anton and the princess back? Or just fly Anton back, and then I'll stay here with, like, the princess in the bag, and then you nap him, he gets his spells back, and then he flies back, picks us up, and then the next morning flies us back again? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
we
that
can
does make sense. Yeah.
Okay. Can we just do that?
Don't get caught slipping by the giants.
Giants mirror chill.
Yeah, it's true. I'll give you the cloak of plenty so you can feed them.
All right,
Feed
sure.
yourself.
If you're sure, Tyrell.
It's probably best for you to take the princess and Anton back together.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You want us to take the bag of holding too? Because those people aren't going to be able to survive in the bag forever, right?
Yeah, we should get them back ASAP. Leave Tyrell here with the giants.
Yeah,
Well,
probably.
Tia, you don't even have to be here with the giants. You can just walk down to Rosewater and just go hang out with the halflings.
I'm not worried about some weird
Well, he
vampire.
would still have to escape the lair somehow.
Escape the lair. You mean the monsters would have to avoid me as I walk out, right?
That is what he means.
Well, you got to climb a mile.
That's his thing.
Is it? Have we capped fall damage like in 5e or?
You have tumbling, so.
Oh, tumbling.
it's
Yeah, I
like-
could just jump.
20d6, the max fall damage.
I'll wait here. Yeah, I'll just wait here. Fuck it. It's fine. Cloak of plenty. Fly. Come back. Yeah.
Well, wait. If you don't want to fly down, you can take my shield that can feather fall you down. So you could jump from up here, and you could feather fall all the way down to Rosewater, probably. And then you could just wait down there. I'm just worried, like, you might get gangbanged by giants, but probably not.
Okay, I'll do that. Shield, featherfall down to Rosewater. I'll hang out there with the dudes. They'll see me come fly in because I'm cool like that.
You'll
All right,
feather fall down to the, like, come out of the lair.
No.
over here.
I will ferry Tyrell to the top of the mountain, and then he can jump off my back with the shield and float all the way down to, like Zelda style,
Okay.
all the way down to Rosewater.
Are there harpies or like
Okay.
flying monsters that I have to worry about?
Probably.
Well, what am I gonna do when I'm floating down in a fucking shield?
Do it in like Zelda. If you get
Yeah.
attacked, like let go of the shield and then grab it again.
Yeah, all you have to do is hoist. I'll explain it. You have to hoist the shield above your head, and it'll feather fall. So I'm pretty sure you can like skydive and like.
Or just wait here. It's probably safer.
Just
with the
wait here.
giants. All right, let's go. Let's go. Anton, get the bag. Sarah, don't be alarmed. I'm about to become even more majestic than I currently am. And I turn into a Pegasus.
She gives you a doubting look, and then you
Wow.
turn into a Pegasus. And I don't know. Give me a charisma check as you turn into a Pegasus.
All right.
It's gonna be pretty majestic, dude.
Any pluses
Yeah.
for this?
It is majestic. 12 charisma. Boom.
Yeah, you know, you're a pretty pony. She goes up and pets your mane.
Damn right. I nuzzle her breast.
She moves away from you uncomfortably.
Why are you like this?
It's like a normal thing for a horse to do. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
but you're not
I
a horse.
smack
You're
you.
a man.
I smack you on the ass.
Jesus.
All right, this is getting too much. Get on board. Let's go. I run out and fly out the mountain.
All right.
Landing halfway to recast Polymorph Self, and then making it all the way down to Fenden, and then we walk the last 5 miles or whatever.
You have the amulet, so
sounds like-
tomorrow you can amulet back and just get Tyrael that way.
Oh, I can amulet back tonight. You could even nap
you
me.
could nap him, get the spells back, amulet back, and just
Yeah.
fly us.
Because
yeah.
I don't have a nap because I had to stay up all night. So
Oh my god.
Well, you can sleep for 7 hours or 8 hours, get your spells, then I can amulet back and get them.
yes, that's fair.
Yeah.
Now Tyrael, the two giants. Sorry.
Now Tyrael.
The two giants eye you. They notice that you're pulling food out of that cloak, and they think, why don't they just take the cloak for themselves?
True.
They ask you how long you're going to be staying this time.
Are you just here for the day? And the night?
Yeah, you know, I thought I'd just stay the night. Is that okay with you guys?
They shrug.
Azeron's gone? We don't mind.
Sounds good. What do you guys do here to pass the time? I imagine you guys are probably, what, hundreds of years old?
We spend our days on the mountainside.
Doing what?
What do you mean?
What do you do for entertainment? What engages your mind or your body? Do you climb rocks? Do you throw rocks? Do you look at rocks?
Just because there's stone in our name doesn't mean we're obsessed with rocks. We like to bask in the wind. And the cold. And the view. Have you ever seen the sunset over the shallow sea from the tops of the mountains? It's amazing.
I've seen a great many number of sunsets, some you probably couldn't even imagine. But it sounds as though you live a simple life.
Have you ever appreciated one?
Probably not in the same way that you two do. Maybe I'll try tonight.
When you're our age, it's very enjoyable.
Keep that in mind.
They spend most of their day out on the slopes, leaving you in the darkness of the cave with your two prisoners.
That I, every
Nope.
5
No,
minutes...
the prisoners are with
Oh
us.
yeah, they take my, yeah. It's just me and them.
Oh, in the bag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They should have them, yeah.
Cool. Well, the day passes. Emmerich, the next night you can...
Wait, I would
No,
nap.
no. Yeah,
I would
he
nap that
sleeps.
day, or I would sleep that day when we get back. I'd wake up
You s-
after 7 hours.
Do you arrive back in the evening in Wicthron Renta, right? It takes you like all day to fly there?
No, it takes like 2.5 hours.
Oh,
No, 5 hours. 5 hours, sorry.
What's your fly speed? 48?
Yeah.
Okay.
yes. Anton will
that's-
make sure to give them air.
Now
That's
that I'm level
only-
8, it lasts 240 minutes. Wait, hang on, is it? No, I think it lasts 160 minutes. So, just under 3 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes.
So that's 5 1/3 hours, 5 hours, 20 minutes of flying.
Mm-hmm.
At, you're going 4 times the speed of 3.5 miles an hour. So that's 14 miles an hour. That'll get you 74 miles. That'll get you to the tree line.
I remember last time we did have to walk a little bit. I thought
Yeah,
it was
but
from
this is-
Fendan, but
This is another day and a half of walking after the tree line.
Okay, we'll make camp out here. It's no big deal.
yeah,
That gives you a
okay,
chance
I
to
guess.
sleep and get nap and everything, right?
It'll be fine.
Is it? It seems awfully slow, that Neal.
It
that
is.
really how it is for a
I have
48
been-
speed flying creature?
It is. The flying speed of all creatures is like 1/3 of what it actually should be. For some reason, I don't know why it is, but birds just fly at like 7 miles an hour instead of at 20 or 30 miles an hour.
Are you wanting to
So-
up that to normal speeds or no?
It's something I've been struggling with for a while because the fly speeds are fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're real fucked. Maybe they should all just be multiplied by 3. But I think that throws off the balance of the fly spell. It's a complicated problem.
True.
It's built into the core of the game.
So what do you want to do, Anton, once we get to the edge of the North Grove?
Let's just camp.
Yeah, but are we going to walk back to... Are we going to fly again to Wicthron Renta tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll fly in the morning.
Okay.
And then I'll nap you at some point once we get back. I'll handle the shit with the queen, or you can come if you want, or we can wait for Tyrael to come.
I'd like to be there.
We should probably wait. So,
Yeah.
but I also don't want to have them in our house just waiting. You know,
True. The prisoners.
the prisoners, and I'll shoot a glare at Sarah.
Maybe we should just do it tomorrow when we get there. We'll have time.
Yeah, we'll just do it when we get there. We'll just fly straight into the castle. It'll be fine.
Yes. 35 miles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just about actually.
I will put down the pink candle. I'll explain to Sarah and the prisoners what it does, so it doesn't attack them. I'll put it down, and it'll should help us throughout the night. We make camp, and I will sleep.
Yeah. Just for record, Neal, since we only took 5 hours, we walk like, another 4 or 5 miles before making camp so that we're just a little bit deeper into the woods so we can make it in one casting.
As you fly over the West Voden Plain, you will see lots of little camps spread out through the plain, and you will see lots of abandoned villages. The armies of Varasi have troops sort of spread out and stationed across the area.
Wait. For Varasi or Scoria?
Scoria.
Okay.
Mistria, sorry. Are spread out sort of through the plain with lots of little spots all over.
Well, we have to land to recast, about here.
Yeah, it's not difficult to find a spot where you can recast it. How long? Just a 1 round casting time?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about, do we throw a lightning bolt into their camp before we fly off? Probably not.
No.
No. Okay.
Probably
yeah,
not.
yeah. No big deal then.
Yeah.
So in the morning, I don't even need the nap if I just relearn polymorphs, like cast it and then relearn it. I can just go straight back. So I'll do that. I cast polymorph self on myself, relearn that spell, and then fly us to Wicthron Renta.
All right. You make your way to Wicthron Renta later that day.
And I will land us. I don't want to cause too much alarm, so I feel like we should land on the road just outside of town and walk in.
I'll pat Imric, whisper into his ears, because I see him going down.
To the keep, my boy.
We're dragon slayers, Imric. Just go to the keep.
Okay. I eye the ballistae that are all set up on the walls to shoot Scoria, right?
Yeah.
It's fine.
They. Go ahead.
I don't know, Anton. I whinny, sadly, as I fly
I
slowly
pat you in
towards the
reassurance.
walls.
I pat you in reassurance. If they shoot, we'll just land. It'll be fine.
All right, fine. I try and avoid the ballistae, Neal, if I can.
Okay.
Oh, we have been doing our prayers to Velthara in the morning, yes, Imric?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
good.
Right.
All right. Random Pegasus flying over the capital. They take shots.
No, bullshit. I told you.
Oh my god, what if they have like the giant things that what do they kill Daenerys' dragons with in Game of Thrones? Those huge arrows.
This is actually going to kill me.
Nah, it'll be fine.
Now this is the part where Koibu says, did you know that as a Pegasus, your HP is actually like a 2d8?
Okay, listen. Koibu, can we, before anything, we should be able to see them moving it to take shots, correct? That's something that we could perceive, and then we could fuck off immediately, yeah? Maybe they get one off, but we're not going to have like 20 of them shooting.
Well, when you're approaching from a great range, you're like approaching a wall. The ballista's already facing outward. Some of them might have to adjust. Some of them might not have to adjust very much. I don't know how much you're going to be able to like avoid. I don't know how long it takes to aim a ballista slightly.
That this is insane and crazy and dumb.
This is an insane idea.
Yes. So
please don't do this.
Okay, so we don't do it then. We fucking, like I said.
Yeah, if he sees like someone like starting to move it, we're done. He ends the meme and he like, all right, no, land.
Thank you.
Wow.
I land on the
Humble
ground.
these two soldiers. They're humbled now. He feels foolish.
18 wisdom.
I turn back into me, and I give it Anton a look and say, "That could have been very dangerous. I'm glad you changed your mind there. Let's go."
I feel like Velthara guided us to not doing that. Yeah.
Perhaps, yeah. And Yeah, because if it's enough damage to kill Scoria and keep her away, it's definitely enough to like fucking one-shot me. So we walk through the gates towards the keep. Sarah is with us. The prisoners are in the bag. And once we get to the gates of the keep, I assume we get let in, Neal. Otherwise, I'll say, we're here to speak with the queen. We've retrieved the Akuban princess.
The guards will see you guys coming. Your posters have been plastered all over town by now. Everyone recognizes you by sight. And the guards also seem to recognize Sarah by sight. And they will give you both a salute and her a furrowed look and a bob of the head. And let the three of you into the capital. Your prisoners are still in a bag of holding.
Yes, sneaking in. So I make it to the keep. I'll tell the guy on the gate of the keep that we're here to see the queen. We've retrieved Sarah Harazim and the prisoners, and we have the people that captured her prisoner.
Sure. You get stuffed into a waiting room until a group of guards show up to take your prisoners away from you. Do you hand them over?
Wait, say that again?
You get shoved into a waiting room within the castle until a group of guards show up to take your prisoners away.
I wave them off. They're to speak with us with the queen. They're needed.
Well, at least let us search them.
I'll nod.
Fine. Yeah.
You dump the prisoners out of a bag. The guards will rough them up a little bit, search them down, pat every inch of them, full search. Make sure their bonds are nice and tight, and offer to leave a guard here to keep an eye on them in the room with you.
Yeah, it's fine.
If you want, it's fine, but
yeah,
we can handle it more than enough,
These are wanted prisoners. They want to keep an eye on them.
Yeah.
They probably want to talk to us, too, because we're dragon slayers,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, if you're going to make some small chat, they'll go along with their small chat.
Yeah, I'll small talk with him. I'll show him a dragon scale, a piece of his scale.
Mm-hmm.
If one of them really impressed me, I'll throw him a scale. We got so many.
Yeah, they want to hear all about your battle with the dragon.
Oh, good. Anton will be more than equipped to explain it and explain how Velthara was instrumental to the battle and how they should.
How was that so?
Velthara's vengeance led me to track down Azeron. I could just tell where he was. Velthara's sight let me see through the mountain and see exactly where the sleeping beast was. And me and my brothers went up. He heard us and he roared mightily. He casted his lightning bolt, and I'll over-explain. I'll say it was huge. It was massive.
The ceiling collapsed. We all gracefully dodged out of the way successfully.
I nod. And Imric here ended the killing blow.
The killing blow, true. An arrow right between the eyes.
They hear your story. They are impressed.
If there's 3 guards, I'll hand them 3 scales of Azeron. Or 1 each.
Thank you. Thank you, my lord.
No problem.
They're very excited about her. The scales.
Is the queen coming soon, or is she?
She'll show up later.
She has prior engagements.
She's got prior engagements. It'll take her a few hours to show. But then she will.
Well, this is a little bit awkward. Okay, well, Sarah, I'll speak my part on your behalf. I say as the queen is coming down.
If the guards are leaving, I'll say Velthara will be with you. Make sure to go to the temple.
The guards will stick around until the queen arrives, but Sarah will ask you what you mean by you'll speak on her behalf.
I mean that I'll tell the queen that I promised you that you won't be forced to marry.
Thank you. The queen will show up and immediately, first things first, give Sarah a big warm hug, which is not entirely well received. Sarah gives puts the arms around, does some half-hearted pats. The queen will look to the two of you and then to the prisoners and sit down for her debriefing.
Wow, she doesn't care that Tyrell's not there. Anton takes note.
Well, what do you want to tell her? Do you want to just, give her the account of everything, or are there specifics you want to do?
My queen, we tracked down the treasonous traitors, I say, looking at the 2 prisoners, to the village in the North Grove you informed us about. We managed to sneak into their keep undetected and captured them without shedding the blood of any innocent men of Drakus. Here they are. However, when we went to retrieve Sarah, we found that she was not held in the dungeon or in a jail cell, but actually working as a cleric in the temple in the village.
I'll add a Verasi.
I explained to her that we were here to rescue her, to bring her back to Drakus, so that she could be free of these people that had captured her. And she relayed some concern about trading one set of captors for another and being forced potentially into a marriage that she did not choose. I determined that you'd prefer to see her alive and back here, potentially unwilling to go through with your plans, than to have her not returned at all. And so I told her that at the end of the day, the decision would be hers. I hope that I didn't act out of line.
Queen looks at Sarah, and then looks over to the guard, the captives, and says, "Well, what about these two? Why don't we deal with them first, and matters of succession and marriage second?"
Yeah. The man here is...
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the man here is of no consequence as far as I can tell. Potentially the husband or the companion of the Kel, whatever her name is, the traitor.
Kel Lockhart?
Kel Lockhart, yeah, correct. Thank you.
He speaks up for the first time in some time. "I'm her husband, you stupid idiot. You don't even know who I am?"
I hold person. Oh, never mind, I don't. The guards might get mad.
I don't know who you are, no. Clearly.
He seems indignant. She keeps quiet. Queen looks around. So you haven't interrogated them? You don't know...
Not yet. We need to find out from them where the cleric Janice is located. We have the items we came for. If we can interrogate them and gain the location of Janice, then potentially we could go after her if you would like that, or maybe some of your other soldiers would be sufficient for the job. That's up to you. But we want to leave the interrogation to you and your wizards.
Tell me, nephews, where do your priorities lie? Overthrowing a plot to kill the queen, she points to herself, and take over the country? Or slaying dragons?
Our priority is I look at the three people and the guards who aren't meant to really know this. Our priority is to slay Scoria, as you know. But obviously we'll serve our country if asked.
Well, we will need to investigate this woman here, she says, looking at Kel Lockhart. Find her connections to Mother Janice and what other people have entered her cult, and put a stop to whatever plans they have. But if you have more important things to do, there are others I can entrust with this action.
If you ask us of it, we'll do it.
We're here to serve you, Anton will say.
I'd like to see this ended quickly and efficiently, and you three... Two?
Talking of Tyrael, he is away for now. I must retrieve him once we are done with our business here. He'll be back in the capital in a day or two.
You three are the ones I trust more than any with a task like this. I would prefer it if this were something that you would do for me.
It will be done.
Be done.
Well then, she motions to the other guards that had come in earlier. Why don't you take these two down to the dungeons? We can begin our interrogations this evening. And when Tyrael is back, we will assess our situation and move forward from there. And the guards begin to haul away the prisoners. Sarah will then explain to the queen how everything went down, how the Cuban royal family was, one of the members was captured, the other three chased down the captors, broke into the house, didn't do so well, ended up getting captured, her siblings slain in front of her, and she was hauled off to a basement dungeon somewhere. Kept for a few days when the cult arrived, led by Mother Janice. Sarah Harazim will tell you that in this situation, she was surrounded by maybe 10 folks or so. Mother Janice, Kelpochi, Kel Lockhart, half dozen other people whose names she didn't catch. And there was a ritual of sorts where she was held and interrogated a little bit. It was made clear to her that these people hated the Akubans, wanted the royal family dead, and yet they were led by Mother Janice, a cleric of Verasi. And clerics, even of opposed ideologies, still have a inborn respect for clerics. And while they may want to kill a Akuban princess, murdering a cleric of Martha is not always the best idea and was not part of their plan. And so they indoctrinated her into what they referred to as the Born Again, a group of people whose previous oaths, loyalties, and ties were removed through death. Because if you take a promise to do something until your death, that promise can be ended when you die. And these people, Kelpochi, Kel Lockhart, others, and now forcibly Sarah, had their lives ended. So all of their oaths and all of their promises would have dried up and then were brought back to life, which Anton, you understand this is not like true resurrection. This is like down to 0, down to -9 or something, and healed from sort of healing spell. It's not quite true resurrection. And the symbolism of this act is you get to the person who has gone through this process no longer has their former oaths, their former ties, their former self, and they are born again under Verasi's symbol, under Verasi's crest, with loyalty unto her.
Yeah, it seems like a loophole to Anton.
Yeah.
Well, these sorts of like cultish methods of getting past things often are like technical loopholes, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense that you might not feel strongly about this, whereas these cultists, this is deep meaning to them. You know, now they can do these actions without feeling like oath breakers or feeling like traitors because they died, so they don't have their oaths anymore. And Sarah was told that she had to die, but if she agreed to just be a cleric of Martha and to give up everything else, that she could be born again and serve out her life as a cleric without any of her former names, titles, lands, holdings, fealties. Or if she didn't, if she insisted that she would, maintain these old loyalties, the threat was never really finished, but it was understood. And so, in order to continue to serve her deity, Sarah accepted this as her fate. She was murdered, she was healed, and she was left to tend to the people, to be a cleric and not much else. And it seems that this cult really resonated with that. And Sarah, for 7 months, just did her thing, just served people in this random village that she had never known before, learned the language of the land, and went about her duties. She also tells you guys that this cult might have been just these 10 members that she saw, but it appeared to be quite a bit more than that. By the context of conversations, mentioning people that couldn't attend, or people that should have been here, or who would have loved to see the Akubans be slain. She'll tell you that she expects this cult to be far more wide-reaching, but that the 10 people that she saw in that basement that night were all relatively local to Kel Lockhart's estate. She's seen a few of the others again and again. Some of them are riding in Kel Lockhart's cavalry company. And that just about wraps up her story.
Does she know, Sarah, do you know much more of this Mother Janice? Did you see her beyond that one night?
She only saw her that one night, but she had heard the others speak of her for a few days before and after. She has a little information for you.
Do you know where she lives? Where she operates out of? Do we know for
Rolwick
sure that
at
she's
the
the
time.
leader? Rolwick.
But Rolwick has since been destroyed.
Yeah.
So,
Do we know for
was the
sure
last
that
time you
she's the
saw her?
leader?
yes, definitely.
When was the last time that you saw her?
7 months ago.
Well, Anton, I should probably go and retrieve Tyrael. I trust you can finish things up here.
Sure.
My queen, please remember the promise that I made to Sarah. I say as I put the amulet on my neck and grip it and, activate it and teleport back to the cave. Whoop. Ah, Tyrael, still alive, not eaten by giants?
What time of day is it?
It's
Did the teleport
maybe-
work?
Midday?
Because if it's midday, I might be out just hanging out with the giants. I'm gonna see what they do. I'm not gonna sit in this cave all day. If they're out enjoying nature and exploring nature.
Yeah, quick note, Nick, you can do this, but you have to leave the keep. You try and teleport from the keep and it doesn't work.
Forbidden. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right, I'll leave. It's less cool, but I just leave.
Yeah. You gotta
And I'll
exit
teleport
on
back. I find what? An empty cave, no giants, no Tyrael?
I think you find Tyrael hanging out in the cave in the middle of the day by himself.
Well,
Tyrael.
where are the giants at? What are they doing?
They spend the days on the slopes of the mountainside, basking in the winds.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to go hang out with them, Tyrael?
I think I'd be hanging out with them.
Okay.
It's like,
you do
okay,
find an empty
so there's
lair
no
then.
one there. Huh.
Yeah.
He's not here. Tyrael!
I imagine that
Bertha!
as we're out walking around, I would tell them I'd like to be in range so I can hear like shouts from within the cavern if that was the case for when my brother comes
Yeah,
by.
they will pick a spot fairly close to the cavern on the east side of the mountain. They're actually at a section of like fake magic wall, of an illusory wall that hides the eastern exit, and then they kind of like dangle their feet out through the wall and like lean out while holding on to parts of the wall inside to like phase through the wall a little bit and then look down and out to the east. And you can hang out on one of their knees or something, so you can also be outside of the illusionary wall.
Okay.
And so you'll hear these distant echoes. The giants will pick you up and carry you through the tunnels because there are like high steps that would take you a while to climb or for them to just easily walk down. Angry, weird slopes, a tight corridor that seems too narrow for a dragon, and yet clearly the dragons move through here over and over again. And Imric, you'll hear the pounding footsteps of giants return, and then they set your brother down before you, and then head back out through a different exit to the rooftop.
Thank you, Bash. Thank you, Bertha. See you again soon.
Have fun, you guys. See you next time.
Of course.
You ready to go, Tyrael?
It's ready as ever. How did it go?
Right. Well, I think we delivered the prisoners and Sarah to the Queen. Anton is with them as we speak.
Awesome. We're ready to hunt the shield monster, the bullet.
No, I believe that we'll be expected to go after this Mother Janice, the leader of the conspiracy against the Queen.
Why us?
Queen said she wants it done quickly and efficiently, and that she trusts us more than anyone else to get that done.
It's a waste of our time.
You think?
There are many men in the kingdom that can hunt down spies. I don't think there are many men in the kingdom that can kill Scoria.
Perhaps. But Sarah Harazim seems to think that this conspiracy is more far-reaching than we expected.
It sounds like they need a good group of conspiracy hunters and not dragon hunters then. They've already robbed us of some of the items that we used for infiltration. I don't know why they task us with infiltration now.
Well, I think once we locate the route, we just pull it out, destroy it.
Yeah, perhaps. Unless we get unlucky and we discover some more busy work for us to complete.
Well, we'll be back soon enough, Tyrael. You can make your concerns to the Queen. I didn't want to disobey a direct order.
Of course not.
She did seem to give us the option if you really want to make that point. But alas, enough speaking for me for now.
Let's go.
Let's go. I turn into a Pegasus and start flying us back.
And it'll take you another day and a half to get back.
Yeah, we'll stop at the edge of the North Grove and then I'll have to rest and go again in the morning.
But I think on this day you've already half Pegasused over, right? So you can make a half day of travel and
No, 'cause
camp
I-
on the plains.
Anton could have napped him at any point, right?
No, because I cast it in the morning and then relearned the spell.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, right, you did relearn it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So you still have 2 castings of it, so you can fly. Yeah, you'll fly by night now because you've had to wait so long for the queen. The chilly, high altitude airs leaving a little frost on your facial hair as you land in the North Grove, make your camp for the night, and make it back to the city the next day. I don't think there are any encounters that night. Yeah.
Yeah, so we get back to the city the next day. I go back to the house. Presumably Anton's finished with the queen and the interrogation by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anton, how much longer did you stick around after Imric fucked off? Because the queen and Sarah were going to have a long chat. I don't know if you wanted to stick around for that or if you wanted to just move on.
I think Anton would have stuck around for it.
I'm just going to give you the Cliff Notes version of it. Essentially, the queen proposes to Sarah that she marry her son, her eldest son, whose wife died in a tragic and beautiful carriage accident earlier this year, last year actually. Sarah's younger sister was supposed to marry the prince, and then she was captured and killed. And now Sarah is set to be the prince's 3rd wife. He already has
Seems like
a young
a lot
daughter.
of people die around the queen. You know, her husband, now John Wick's daughter. Have I heard any like rumors throughout like the city or anything? Like any crazy conspiracies about what happened?
The royal family has had a bit of bad luck. Yes, the queen's husband died a while ago. Then her eldest son's wife, they had been married for a little while. They had had a kid. The kid had been blessed by a cleric of Chis. And then, like, a few months later, the wife died, and some of the younger daughters of the queen died in a carriage accident.
Where was the wife from?
The wife was Dracissian.
What was,
she
like,
was from Wicthronorenta, from the capital.
So she wasn't married for like anything? There was no political marriage there?
Well, she was from a good family within the capital. Yeah, a well-respected family who
Got it.
felt terrible at the loss.
Okay.
And
Anton takes note.
the grandchild is still of that other family. So the second in line for the throne would still be a non-Akuban if Sarah were to marry the prince. And Sarah's not too excited about this. She explains to the queen that the queen's nephews stole Sarah's shield and belt, and that she doesn't necessarily feel safe here in the capital. The queen will make a plea. Both the Akubans and the Dracissians need this. This will be good for the world. This will be good for all of Arcadia. Plus, here's this prince and this young child. Both of them need some guidance. Sarah promises to sleep on it for a couple of nights, but also explores the possibility of going home to Akuba and kind of like test the water to see if the queen would permit it, which she does reluctantly. She lets Sarah know that if she wants to take off, she can take off, that her other possessions, including the 2 magic plants that she had lying around, are still here. Sarah says she'll think about it and wants to see the makeshift graveyard that the queen has made for the Akuban royal family. And I think at that point, the 2 of them will head off to go visit the graves and leave you to go do whatever you want.
Anton will go down there for the interrogation, I guess. I'll use a bunch of spells if you want to try and figure out where Mother Janice is.
Mm-hmm. There are some other interrogators down there.
They're probably better,
as well.
so I can see what they find.
Yeah. The interrogation is going to be a long process, right? It's lots of asking questions, casting spells, and then, they passed their saving throw, so we'll come back tomorrow and try it again. And
that what they say?
It's a long, drawn plan out. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But eventually, the party will gather together again.
Yeah, I'll explain to them it's going to be a long, dumb process. Let's come back in a week, and let's go kill some boulets in the meantime.
Okay, sure. Do we need to remember where they were? There was some in the...
There were some in the
Desert,
Draken
right?
Wastes, and there were some in the
Red Desert.
Scorpinar and the Red Desert, yeah.
Well, we can get to the Draken Wastes relatively quickly.
We can just
The
use
amulets.
your teleporting candle, or not the teleporting candle, your necklace
The
again,
amulets.
amulet, and then Dragon Waste.
Do you have a spell that could maybe locate one of these things beneath the earth?
That I do.
So we fly close to the
Fly around.
ground.
Yep.
What spell do you have that will locate one of these things?
Locate animals.
Ooh.
And it is an animal because in the thing it says something about being an animal.
Never
The
mind.
caster can find the direction and distance to any one type of animal or plant he desires. The maximum area of effect is 20 yards per level time. 20 yards per level wide, long by 20 feet wide. Yeah. So you get like a path 20 feet wide, and then you're a level 8 cleric, is it?
Yep.
160 yards long. So you're not really like, you're only gonna be able to find something if it's in this narrow path. If it's outside of this narrow path, it's not gonna work.
Yeah,
And you
but
might
in
be able
the-
to like do a little bit of scanning, but that's still we're talking about searching things in 160 yard.
In the monsters
range.
manual, it says that it like completely decimates the areas that it goes through. So
Yeah.
I should be able to like find a bit of devastation, and then I can like pinpoint like, okay, he's gonna be like very close to here. Does that make sense?
Right, but the devastation is going to last for a while, right? So let's say
Yeah,
you
for
head
sure.
up towards Scorpnar,
Mhm.
but like the area of devastation covers this like chunk of territory right here. How would you find one boule in a, I don't know what this is, like, you know, a 25 by 15 mile section?
It says they're always hungry, so I assume that if we're relatively high up in the air, we should be able to see like in the desert like ground being like taken away.
Okay, so you want to
that's-
like fly around and wait till you see a sign of the creature doing something and
Yeah.
then go in for it.
That's probably
Okay.
the easiest way to find it.
Cool.
The spell might help, but maybe not.
What else
Yeah, that's
do
cool.
they have? Nests? Maybe locate landmark could find a boule nest if we were close to it.
I don't think they have nests. I think they are literally people who roam, like they're roaming animals, if I recall reading it correctly.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I could like locate object, but that's like an object. It shouldn't be hard to find something the size of an elephant tearing up land at a reasonable pace. I could be wrong, but I feel like it'll be easy.
Okay. Tyrael, now that you've gotten back and gotten the debriefings of these things that happened, do you have anything to chip in?
I mean, I'm incredibly irritated, but I don't know if there's much input that I can give.
Irritated by the Mother Janice thing.
Yeah, I don't know why we're on this stupid fetch quest. They've got a million other people that could be doing this job. We're the only people in the kingdom that can do what we're on a mission to do. I don't know why we're hunting down this lady.
Well, we're doing the boule thing first, so that's
Yeah,
at
sure.
least our own quest.
Did you at least ask that if we were to go on a do what?
Go ahead, continue.
Oh no, what you were about to suggest probably something really smart. So don't let me cut you off.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, do you want to like mention that you don't want to do this and you've got bigger fish to fry?
Well, yeah, I am to my brothers right now. Are you implying like in front of the queen I'd mention this, or?
That's
what
why I
he's
tried to
asking.
let you continue with your sentence because I felt like you were about to say the things that I was gonna ask you if you wanted to say.
Yeah, I mean, I would mention that I'm irritated. I don't want to do this. It's a waste of our time. But perhaps if we are going to do it, maybe we can try to use this as leverage for more spells for Arcsomber.
Maybe. The only thing I would say is, you know, if this Lockhart lady has these magic items and is relatively low down in the conspiracy, perhaps Mother Janice will have something more impressive.
It's possible. Probably not as impressive as the treasure hoards, many of the dragons we wish to slay, but
Maybe.
It'll be fine.
We'll be in and out. But for now, while they do their interrogation, let's deal with these land sharks. So, Anton, do you think we should search in the Draken Wastes?
I'll run and ask Claritus really quickly. Hey, you said that there was a land shark in the Draken Wastes, right? Because he had originally told us where he thought
yes,
there were.
He had told you that he had heard of a boule there in the past.
Okay. Yeah, so that'll be the plan. We'll use the teleportation amulet. We're gonna go
before that, have
Yeah.
have I gotten any letters?
We're seeing if there's... Yeah, you probably know.
No, but yes and no. Before you go, I've got some development for you on that front, but it needs to wait till you're not talking to your brothers.
Okay.
Interesting. Does Cartos expect there to be one boule in the entire Draken Wastes or multiple?
I think they're singular creatures. I don't think they travel in packs or in families.
But
It's
a
quite
large
possible
area.
that the one in Draken Wastes and the one in Scorpnar are a mated pair who live separately and come together to reproduce from time to time, or could be completely separate populations.
Good enough, Cartos. We'll be. Get some rest.
I'm worried, Anton, that we won't be able to track this thing. I can fly maybe 70 miles a day, and that would be all of my castings of that circle of magic. Perhaps meaning that we don't have the stone skin we wanted. Maybe your nap spell could deal with that. But 70 miles is not a great deal when we have to traverse the entire Draken Waste.
In Scorpnar, we'll be high enough in the air. We should be able to see a elephant-sized creature at least fucking something up. And if you can fly 70 miles a day, we can probably do like this path, and we'll have multiple days to do this. We'll plan for a week. This should be fine.
Who is to use the shield?
Anton.
Then what do you need the other shield for?
I need all the shields, Koibu. They're for different things. It's like having different
You can
types
only
of
use
shoes.
one shield at a time.
Yeah, well, let me explain. It's like having different types of shoes. Sometimes I need hiking shoes. Sometimes I need shoes for running, and sometimes I need shoes for the beach. So I got the beach shoes, which is the Featherfall one.
Uh-huh.
I have the wall shield, which will be used exclusively for dragons, and then I have the third shield, the Boule shield, which will be used for like day-to-day fighting.
Wait, what is the first shield?
Featherfall.
Falling.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Dude's really are you with 3 shields.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Cringe.
Well, you guys want to set out then on one of these days for?
So is the plan to go to Scorpnar now?
The plan is to go to the Dragon Waste first. Nick, we're gonna be able to find this thing because we have god rolls. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Is there another Nick in the call you're talking to?
No, it's not gonna Nick.
All right. Well, we'll try it. You guys ready?
Yep.
I hold their hands. And
Hold on.
activate the- Yes.
I'll cast a divination,
Okay.
and I'll divine.
I feel like divination should just rename to like the DM advice spell.
It is. There are a lot. Well, there's a lot of DM advice spells. There's also like idea, which is actually that.
Yeah, idea was actually that.
Will we do well? Will we find a Boule shield if we venture to the Draken Wastes?
We find a boule if we.
Sorry, will we find a Boule if we adventure to the Draken Wastes?
Eventually.
I'll get 3 casting to do this, and I'll have 1 nap, and I'll handle that in the day.
Okay. 60% plus 1% per level of experience.
Plus 15% for whatever that
Right.
other
So
thing is.
8 and 15 is 23. That brings us to an 83% chance. Size. Will we find a boule if we go to the Draken Waste? The answer is. The creature you seek is riddles come up lie.
Patience is a virtue.
True. Belthar is speaking to me right now, guys.
Yeah. Time is not on your side.
I'll throw up another one. For Scorpnar.
So the monster manual says that boules have a 30 square mile area of territory, which means that there's bound to, like, if there's one in Scorpnar, it probably reigns over the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be easier to find there.
From air, your opponent may be found, but you should be prepared to dig in the ground.
Boom. All right, Scorpion it is, boys.
Okay, how should we get there? Fly?
Amulet fly.
How many days is that going to take? If we use nap as well, we can go 140 miles in a day.
Yeah, so take us 1 day.
1.5. Yeah, we'll
One
be
and a
there
half.
on the second day. All right. You got nap prepared today?
Yeah, I do.
All right, let's go. Tyrell, you done everything you need to do today?
Nothing I have left to do here, yeah.
All right. I take us to the mountain. I cast Polymorph Self. I fly us 35 miles. I cast it again. I go another 35. I nap. I do the same thing again. We get somewhere in the
So-
Hogwind Plains, I think.
Just to get the math done, we're going to do one more thing back in the city before we leave. But you teleport to the mountains. You fly yourself, what did we say it was, 80 miles?
I think you said it was 70.
70?
Somehow.
Yeah. So that'll get you just about to Roxas, a little bit
Yeah.
shy. And then another 70 will get you almost all the way to Scorpnar, somewhere in
Basically,
the Hogwind
yeah.
Plain.
Yeah.
And then the next day, you can set out and search. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right, but there's one other thing that we want to do before that. Tyrael. One of these days, while you are in town, while the party's resting, maybe your brothers are investigating something magical at the moment. You are met on the streets by a person who seems to sort of be like lurking. And as you come out of the house and down the block, you can hear them like walking up behind you, catching up to you. You'll notice the sound of their footsteps coming before they reach you.
Okay. I'll turn to look at them, or?
It is... It is a middle-aged man. He's dressed fairly plainly, like a commoner, maybe like a servant class or something like that. And he will give a bit of a wave to you, and I'll need you to make me a charisma check.
A charisma check.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You recognize this guy. This is one of the people that was in the basement cellar in Bridgelight. When the three of you arrived, murdered that woman, took her shit, took all the money, and then
Oh.
just teleported out.
Okay.
This is one of the guys that was in that room.
And him.
Okay.
And he gives you a wave and stops maybe 20 feet and drops to one knee for a moment, placing a hand on the ground, bowing his head before standing back up and approaching you.
I nod my head. I wait for him to come closer.
You're Tyrael McGarry.
The one and only.
I would like to join with you.
Face.
What services can you offer me?
I'm a fourth circle fighter.
What was that chick's name?
Wasn't it Helga or Bertha or something?
Mother
Helga?
Helga, I think. Yeah.
Mother, I think it was Helga. Yeah. I understand that the McGarry family is not quite what they appear, that you function on different levels. My family has been struggling for control, for dominance. And after what you did in Bridgelight, I think I know which side I want to be on. I don't want to be with my family anymore. I want to be with yours. I want to be one step above it all. I want to serve you.
I understand. I'm flattered by the offer. I'm just trying to think of what work I could possibly get for you.
I can serve you in many ways. You can hear my accent, which is smooth and even. No one knows that I was born in Mystria. I can blend in like the local commoners. I can listen at doors. I can break into buildings. I have friends. I know a few places where strings can be pulled. I'm sure a man of your capabilities will find use for a loyal servant. And I understand if you need to test my loyalties first.
I don't know, like, where I would store somebody like this, or I mean, I imagine we have like a guest house or something, but it would be stupid of me to invite somebody like that to live inside, like, our house.
Probably just hook him up with the family down here, yeah?
But I don't want to give him to the family, right? This is like an actual follow that you want to hold on to, right? Or that I'd want to hold on to.
I mean, he's also trying to leave
Yeah.
the family. Why don't we take our first break
Yeah,
right
we'll
here?
do that. Figure it out, yeah. All right, we'll be back.
And welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. You're outside with this guy. This guy who hasn't given you his name yet. But why don't we start with that? Let's start with his name. His name is Han.
Han, what? Tell me about yourself. What
Han.
levels, HP? Give me some information.
You are a rogue, so you get followers at 9th level, which you're at. This is one of those followers. You can accept him or deny him, but he is in theory here to serve you, having heard of your great deed.
Let him roll on the table now.
Yeah, let him roll on the table.
Neal, let me roll on the table.
You need to roll big, Steven. You need a big guy. You can get like a 9th level follower.
What am I rolling? A D100, right?
You're gonna roll a D100, but I'm gonna be changing the races of these creatures, so this will give you. You'll be rolling for class essentially.
Okay. Am I rolling high or low?
Neither.
Good to see you roll for level as well.
He does.
I will roll for level.
That means if it's too high of a level, he ain't getting it.
So this is a thief, and levels 1 to 6. All right. He introduces himself as a 5th level thief named
Oh,
Hans.
Nice.
Jeez.
He tells you, he elaborates a little bit more, saying that while the family does have a continent-wide presence, it is not without its own infighting, and the factions are beginning to develop within the greater organization of the family, with different ideas of what the future should hold. He lets you know that the family has been observing the ongoing wars and is waiting to put their weight behind one side or another to best position themselves for what will come. And not everyone's agreed on which side is going to win out in this war. And furthermore, not every side is agreed on who should be in which positions of leadership, who should be taking over certain regions, and that Helga was one of these factions that was peacefully arguing for her own right to rule her region. When you guys showed up, murdered her, took her shit, and took off. And Hans realizes it doesn't take a genius to figure out that your murder of Helga might have been for your own needs, but also served the needs of the family here in Wicthron or Renta, getting rid of this person who they weren't particularly happy with. And he's kind of not into it. You know, he's lost faith that the family organization will survive this whole debacle. And he wants to come to the side that he thinks is going to come out on top. He thinks that's you.
Understood. You've made a wise choice. If you could,
Will you have me? May I serve?
are we like standing outside the house, I guess, or our estate?
Yeah, you're out on the street. There's, you know, maybe a couple of people around, but they're, you know, quickly traveling by. This is the noble section of town, so no one gives each other much look, especially not a McGarry.
Then meet me back here tomorrow. I'll have a place for you, and I'll have an assignment for you as well.
Morning, noon, night?
Are we leaving tomorrow or the next day?
I'm leaving tomorrow, so you probably want to do it in the morning.
Okay,
Yeah.
in the morning then.
But if you're leaving tomorrow, you can also easily like delay your.
Okay, well, we're gonna leave,
departure.
does it matter? Can we leave in the night tomorrow?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, I need to get a meeting with the queen. Am I able to do that in a day? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sure.
I'd like to meet with the queen tomorrow, and then I'll meet with this guy tomorrow. We'll say late afternoon, and then I'll try to schedule a meeting for the queen in the morning.
Excellent. You get your meeting with the queen scheduled.
Or
What do you wanna
actually,
say
wait,
to
can
her?
I ask a question?
Yeah.
The earlier there were people that we'd given some magic items to, and then sent them off on a mission in Mystria. The crew of Dice and Men.
Spies. Oh, those folks. Yeah.
Do we know what they look like? Do we have any information about them?
Your dad does.
Your dad would be the only one who has met them from here before. I don't think your characters know about that specific Dyson Men crew. They just know that there are a bunch of spies and assassins and saboteurs working for the Dracissians.
I thought, I could be wrong, but I thought we knew because that Kel guy was brought back that specifically we like opened the door and they passed us and our father had mentioned something about them doing something like that. Like we had information
We
about
heard
them.
about their amulet at the very least because of the family. He's like, oh, I heard about these people. They're called like so-and-so. And then I think somehow we figured out that they were working for our father. Am I misremembering this, Koibu?
I don't remember those details.
I know that
I think we did. That sounds right. I don't want to talk to the queen, then I need to talk to our father instead.
Okay. Yes, you can find your father this day. He's at his favorite tavern in town, swapping stories with some old friends about his most recent time on the front. He'll see you come in and proudly stand up and say like loudly before the whole tavern, "And this here's my dragon-slaying son, my firstborn, the future leader of the Magari family, slayer of Azeron, destroyer of dragons, Tyrael Magari." And there's a light round of applause.
I nod my hand
And
and
then your
I,
father.
or I nod my head and I hold my hand up a bit. And I say, Father, I need to speak with you privately for a moment, if I could.
The Dragon Slayer has need of an old man. Isn't it wonderful, everyone? He laughs to himself as he meets with you separately. What can I do for you, my beloved son?
Father, I believe that it was either under our employ, the employ of the queen. There was a group of people that delivered Kel something. What was his name?
Kelpochi.
Kelpochi to the house.
Strange group of people that if I've ever seen one before.
Do you remember any details about this group of people? Do you remember where they were headed? Do you remember what they looked like?
They didn't give me any information about where they were headed. He roughly describes to you what the party looked like. They didn't stay long. They just made their delivery and left in the night.
Gotcha, I
Wasn't he
understand.
the one who gave the Dice and Men crew the tasks?
They were just supposed to. He was the drop point for prisoners.
Okay.
Okay, now, do you have any idea where they may be going, or can you give me any more information about them?
People like this rarely say who they are or what their plans are. They said nothing that would reveal their position, like good agents of the kingdom. I'm sure they're out there doing good work. Although, well, never mind.
Although what?
They seem like good soldiers. Not all of their orders aren't always the best or greatest ideas.
Have they been involved in mischief in the past?
Wow, Kelpochi seems like a upstanding young man with the right idea for the future of the crown. It's a shame to see such a loyal Dracissian being imprisoned over having the correct political views. World is coming to these days.
Okay. I brush it off and I leave. I don't think I have anything else to do until... Oh, I'll ask him. Have you spent any time with Mother? How does she seem to be doing?
Well, you know, her leg has been healing, so she's been staying in, and I've been socializing with
rubbing shoulders with the other gentry, trying to win back our family's good name. You've put a good peg in that notch. Is that even an expression? I think it's an expression. You've made good work for our family name. I'm just trying to shore up the sidelines, put us in a good position for the future.
I was unaware you could build such a valiant reputation at the pub, Father.
Well, this is the common room where people meet. Where else am I supposed to rub shoulders with the gentry?
Okay. Oh, that's all I need from you. Okay, I'll leave.
Is that it?
That's it.
You don't need my help with something?
I left. I'm gone. I run away. Activate my Cloak of the Cheetah, and I...
Gone. Okay.
If you want to fast
Did you want to meet with the queen?
Um,
Is that a thing that you need to do?
Sure, yeah. Go for it, real quick. Get me in there.
Yeah. You make an appointment, you wait in a room, eventually you guys get to chat. She's very busy, she doesn't have a lot of time, but you called for her, so she'll poke her head in for a little bit. What is it, Tyrael? What can I do for you? Glad to see you're healthy and back.
Yes, of course. 3 quick things. Firstly, there was a group of misfits I've been led to understand that brought back Kel Pochi. Do you have any more information about where this group of people might have journeyed off to, or any more information about what they're up to?
They have sent them on a mission to Mystria.
Do you know by chance what parts of Mystria they might be going to?
But it does not seem like that's important to you.
Get her.
It is absolutely important to us. Some of the contacts that I've established have communicated to me that they may be in possession of some invaluable magical items. Obviously, we have no desire to interfere in the mission, but perhaps in the future, if we come across them, or if we cross paths because our journeys take us close to one another, maybe we can be mutually beneficial to each other.
They are independent agents. They are not held to the crown. They're more mercenaries hired. I don't know how likely they will be wanting to give up such things, but the next time they check in at the capital, I will hold them for you and let you make whatever offers you can. You have quite the menagerie of equipment. They may be willing to trade.
Some of the journeys that we're about to go on might take us back to Mystrian lands. Surely you could tell me or give me a general idea of about where they might be.
Their general plan is to enter Mystria and commit a few acts of sabotage near Stout's End. But their route there takes them, I'm not sure how. I don't know if they're walking there immediately or if they're approaching by ship. I left those decisions to them.
Interesting. Okay, thank you very much. That was the first thing. 2 and 3 kind of go together. Number 2, I understand this nasty backstabbing business with Mother Janice. Is this really the most appropriate errand for us to be running?
Your brothers seemed interested in following on that lead, and so I let them.
She's a snitch.
It seems as though there are many people in this kingdom that might be able to hunt down this Janice character, but I don't know how many people in the kingdom might be equipped to follow leads and hunt down Scoria. So it just seems like an odd...
Exactly what I said to your siblings.
What?
I see. I guess I'll talk to Emmerich and Anton about that, but if they've already agreed...
Is that not... if it's not to your likings, there are others I can send to deal with this Janice lady. You 3 have become my most trusted agents.
I mean, if they already accepted, I suppose they already have, they must have plans or something. I'm sure there's some reason that they accepted. Maybe I just didn't.
They are wise and intelligent men. I doubt they would accept this mission without a plan or a reason.
Absolutely. Despite their wisdom and intelligence, they also possess sometimes a great degree of bashfulness.
They are
I
humble.
don't mean to come to you too much as a snitch, but Emmerich has repeatedly run into roadblocks with Somber in terms of acquiring newer spells that might aid us in such missions, especially missions involving other people, where spells such as invisibility might aid us in our quest. Do you know if there's anything I could do to make any headway there? I understand that it is not on you solely to compel her to teach us some spells. Somber is a strong and powerful wizard of her own right. I wouldn't expect her to be compelled to give any of this knowledge up. Perhaps you have some suggestions for how to make headway there.
A wise queen listens to her advisors, and Arksomber is one of my closest and most trusted advisors. Arksomber has made some very good points on distribution of power and its needs versus its wants, and I will listen to them on this front. I will let them decide what needs to be done. My intelligence officers are playing the game on many levels at the same time, and what appears to be a problem one area might be for a very good reason in another.
Of course, I understand.
If your problem is with Arksomber, they are the one that you must convince.
Perhaps as some kind of surprise, could I ask you, has Arksomber ever put in repeated requests either to you or to anybody else in the capital, perhaps for some rare item or piece of research that she needs granted to her that she's not able to acquire on her own? Perhaps me and my two brothers could find these as we're out on our adventures as a show of good faith to show that we can do service for her as well as the crown.
We gave her a unicorn horn. This motherfucker should be giving us...
To the queen, not to Arksomber,
No,
right?
we gave it to Arksomber.
Well, yeah, for the queen.
No, it was for Arksomber. Arksomber wanted it. I didn't think it was for the queen at all. I could be wrong.
Arksomber has been an agent of mine for decades now, and through that time has positioned themselves appropriately. All their wants are taken care of, and anything that else they need, they have access to through... She points to the castle around you. I know not what they want that you would be able to fulfill.
So no requests for any rare items that may or may not exist out in the world somewhere. Okay.
Not that she has made known public to me.
Okay, well, I guess we'll continue to work on that front. No expectations from you there. I believe that's all.
I wish you the best of luck in whatever course you will take. Know that you go with my full faith and trust, and that the fate of our kingdom, nay, the fate of Arcadia, rests upon your shoulders and your actions, Tyrael McGarry. Do us proud.
Thank you very much. I'll leave. I'm
Okay.
done.
Cool.
You know,
Something that I'll
wait,
do... Or go ahead.
You know, Steven, if you really do want to screw Arksomber over, the better way to do it would be to steal her spellbook with improved invisibility in it.
Damn, I'm not trying to screw anybody over. I just wanted to see if we could help her. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Catch honey, or more flies with honey or whatever, right? What was I gonna say? I would like to, when I get back, I'm sure there's some amount of gold that we can spend to have like a dedicated guest house, something that's not like attached to our house. Like I'd like to not hide, but I'd like to have a place for this guy to stay that wants to be a follower, that's not just like living where we live. Is that possible?
Yes.
I can get some arrangement set up like that?
You want to rent out a residence somewhere in the city?
No, we want to own land. We want to be landlords. How much would it be?
Buying property is going to be expensive, and there will be a certain amount of publicity to it, but it can totally be done. And, you know, it's not like they would know who was staying there. They would just be like, oh, the McGarrys are buying property throughout the city now. Whereas if you want to just rent a place, then that's going to be cheaper up front and less, you know,
Yeah,
talked about.
I'll rent a place then for now. That's fine.
Great.
As I rent a place and I meet the guy at the estate, I'll lead him to the place and I will tell him that he can be a follower of mine. It's conditional on the first assignment that I give him. I'm going to relay to him all of the information that I know about the people that came with Kalpochi here, that they have sabotage missions over in Mistria, that perhaps since he worked there before, maybe he has contacts in that region that will be able to update them on their progress, and to just see if he can keep an eye on their movements. I just want to track where they're going. I don't need any interaction with them. I don't need him to intervene in anything. I would just like to keep a general idea of their whereabouts.
Of Arksomber's whereabouts?
No. Of
no.
Voa's whereabouts. I don't know their Voa, but...
Voa,
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So yeah, you know a Voa. You can rent a place for this guy. Just pay up 120 gold for 1 year's of rent here in the capital, and that way we don't ever have to worry about it again.
Taking it off the party sheet right now.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. And then this person will do their best to figure out who the fuck Voa is and everything about them. Are you looking for their presence now, or more like historical information on who they are and how they operate?
I just would like to see what they're up to now and like where they're going. The family informed us that they had an amulet that would be of incredible importance to us, so it'd be nice to get an idea of where they're going to be at any point in time.
Okay. Hans is on it.
And we're
Done.
off.
Okay.
Flying through the skies.
It will take you a few days to travel all the way up towards Scorpnar.
No,
I think
one
we'll
day.
take it one day.
We just did the
Oh, right.
calculations.
Right.
Also, I was just thinking about it in the break. So you took the day's travel movement for a movement 12 individual and then multiplied it by 4, right? But
Yes.
but that assumes breaks. So I'm not having breaks in my 2 hours and 40 minutes of flying. Well, even without that, I don't know. I think maybe there should be like 10% on top or something like that to account for that.
But you're also only flying 5.3 hours, whereas they would hike for like 10 hours. So I'm sort of assuming that you're skipping the breaks, and so your 5.5 hours is equivalent to like someone else's 8 hours of hiking.
Well, didn't you divide the daily movement by some number to account for that? Like,
No?
how far does a movement 12 party move in a day?
20 miles on normal ground.
Yeah, so then how do you compare that to 2 hours and 40 minutes?
No, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes for the flight, right?
Yeah, okay. I think we're getting a little bit... It doesn't matter. We don't have to do it now. Okay. But yeah.
Cool.
All right, we get to just on the edge of Scorpnar on the first day and make camp.
Right. You've made your way across the Draken Ridge. When you flew, did you go over the wastes or did you go along the ridge?
Just as the crow flies. The fastest way.
Okay. Fastest way.
Like this.
Yeah. So along this ridge, you will see other flying monsters. As you take off as a Pegasus, you will see what appears to be various gargoyles. You will see some harpies as well. They see a Pegasus. Roll me 2d10, Nick.
Okay. High or low?
You want low.
Easy. Oh.
Almost about average.
11 average. Okay. So when you first pass the gargoyles, they seem fairly indifferent to you. They move on, you move on. Give me another 2d10 for the harpies.
Same again.
Harpies are also indifferent to you and your actions.
Good.
And the last group you don't see, but they see you. Roll me another 2d10. 15. Okay. They view you cautiously, but do not take action against you. And you can fly your way over here to the Hogwind Plain.
Of course they
Seems
don't.
fine.
They're betas.
Cowards. All right, we make camp that night. Say, Anton, make sure you have your spells ready for finding this thing. I will probably only have the ability to stone skin myself. Unless you want to waste your nap spell. But if you save the nap spell, we could have more flying time.
Come now, Emric. Surely you don't only want to stone skin yourself, right?
Well, I figure that the two of you will probably be fine, and it helps to have an extra 2 castings to search. But if you are scared, then perhaps I could stretch to stone skin both of you.
I don't believe
I'm not
I'm
scared.
scared. I think I would replace with rightfully cautious, Emric.
Fair
See,
enough.
I'll show my huge fucking bite mark from a dragon.
Yeah.
See, I'm a little bit cautious of these monsters now. You both have cloaks of displacements or some displacement-esque thing. If it hits me, I'm hit. So I would much appreciate we use the nap and use one more stone skin.
Okay, well, prepare nap for tomorrow.
Always prepared, Emric.
So we camp out on the Hogwind Plains, Neal. What does the... As I was flying into this area, what does Scorpnar look like? It's like red. Is it desolate wasteland?
Yes, it seems to be fairly desolate badlands, just like rolling hills, ground without any like ground cover. No grasses, no bushes, no trees. The earth itself is sort of reddish in color. There are some areas where it looks like there are dry riverbeds or something, like dried creeks or rivers or waterways from what little rain the place does get. but otherwise it looks completely inhospitable. Imagine the state of Nevada, if you've ever been.
I've not. Wait, yes, I have. Is that where the Grand
Yeah.
Canyon is?
Sure. Part of
Okay.
it's there. It's in many
Yeah.
states.
Okay, well, fine. Yeah, we rest.
Nevada and half of Utah.
list. I was in the Las Vegas bit. That's Nevada, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I have my spells chosen.
Okay, I'm just writing mine down in the chat.
I just have a lot. So.
Yeah. No, of course. And this.
I would have unfailing endurance us the day before. Is that fair?
Yes.
Or
yes. Yeah.
All right, so these are my spells for the day, but in the morning, I'm gonna use the nap spell to get stone skin on everyone, and then relearn these two polymorph selves.
Okay.
Yeah. So everyone
one
gets.
nap left?
Yeah. Well, you got one nap left. Okay. Let me remove 2 castings of stone skin from my list. Neal, we did ask the Queen for more spell components, which she kind of agreed to Tyrael that she would get for us, but I've not marked any of that down yet. So when you know
Which
the
spell
number,
components did you need?
it was
One in gold
basically
and
yeah, it was basically just the stone skin.
Well, no, hold on.
Yeah, you guys have had enough time that the Queen can get you as much diamond dust as you need.
Okay. You gave me like a list of all your spell components, and I took that to the queen, and she said yes. So yeah.
She didn't have any elven cat whiskers, did she?
No, that was the one thing that they don't have access to.
All right.
Common.
Okay, so I've put 100 castings of stone skin now. Is that fine?
That's fine. You don't have any weight problems. No, you got the robes of deep
Yeah.
pockets, so
No weight problems.
perfect.
All right, stone skin on everyone, and I cast polymorph self, and we start searching.
So you will search in the form of flying on Pegasus back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiro, can you add the Shield of Rohana to your bag of holding? Or can you just keep that?
It won't fit in the bag of holding. It's way too fucking big.
His bag of holding that fits people?
Well, because the shield has a fixed width of about 3 feet wide. The bag has is it a 2 foot wide open, 4 foot wide opening?
I didn't have the TSA dimensions written down on it, so I'm not 100% sure. I know we've been fitting
Let me
people
check
in
the
it, but
dimensions. Yeah, because people have a maximum shoulder width of like 2 feet. But the shield has a
Not me.
much larger fixed width.
my shoulder width is about 3 feet in real life. But I understand what you're saying for normal people.
That doesn't make any sense. Do you have like short little T-Rex arms?
I have massive arms and a massive wingspan and massive shoulders.
So you're like Knuckles drag on the ground? What's going on here?
Is that a
There's
Cuban
very
joke,
specific
Koibu?
human
What
proportions.
the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about your wingspan is roughly equivalent to your height. So if you have like enormously wide shoulders and regular arms, then your arms must dangle pretty low, and you must have a wingspan that exceeds your height.
My height is also incredibly high as well. We haven't met in real life, but
This is 2 weeks in a row that Neal's roasted you now, Steven.
It's true.
yeah, unacceptable.
Feeling jealous, Nick?
A little
After
bit, yeah.
2
you wrote
years
self-controlled.
of taking it, is now
Yeah, after
finally
2
being-
years of taking it. Coibs.
of rolling with it and looking the other way, turning the other cheek. Basically,
Okay,
Jesus.
before we do all this shit, let me just ask you this: Can I put my shield in my Velthara amulet?
No. It holds
Why?
weapons.
It's a weapon.
Holds weapons.
Yeah, I could punch someone with a shield.
Come on, dude.
Come on, man.
Wait, why
What,
can't you just hide your
Literally
back?
any. Oh my god.
Because I'm gonna have 3 shields. I'm not gonna be able to carry 3. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. Do you need this shield?
Two I can carry. 3, it's gonna be a bit much.
How much does this shield weigh?
16 pounds.
Oh, I'm not tying that to my back. Nope. Maybe Emmer can.
I'm not holding a shield, no. Sorry.
Yeah, the sack is 2 feet wide, 4 feet long.
My
so
sack
the
is.
shield will not fit in the sack.
How big is the
Person
shield?
will. It's like 3 feet across.
Yeah, that's for a fact. Okay, I'll handle this later.
Did you not bring the shield with you then?
Well, no, I have it. I just wanted to be
Okay.
lightly encumbered. It's fine. I can carry
Great.
3.
So hold on. Let's talk about your 3 shields. Where are they?
I only have 2 shields right now.
2 shields. Okay.
One's on the back, one's strapped to the arm. I have her new shield to my arm.
The wall shield is on the arm, and what shield is on the back? The
Featherfall.
The Featherfall. Okay, that's like a small buckler, a smaller shield, so that's easy to tack onto your back, no problem.
Yeah, it's smaller.
Oh, so that will fit in the bag of holding.
That fit in the bag of holding? It's the...
Yes.
Oh,
okay. That one will fit.
I will put that one in the bag of holding, sorry.
Splendid. Got
So
it.
please put the Shield of Rohana on your bag of holding, Steven. I'm removing it from my sheet.
With the shield of Rohana in my bag of holding.
Yes, correct.
Isn't that what
How
we
much does that one
just
fit?
arguing in the beginning about? But okay.
Like,
Was, but we were confused on which shield it was.
16 pounds. Okay.
Yeah, well, without your shield, Mutant, don't fall off. And we start flying.
Sure.
all right.
Wait
you
a
guys
second.
Fly
Hold on.
over the land.
Hypothetical thing. Could I put something in the bag of holding that's too big for the bag of holding using the reduce spell, so that the only way to get it out would be to put a wizard into the bag of holding, cast reduce on it to pull it out?
I don't know if you can cast
Sounds like
reduce-
something you should try.
Wait. Wouldn't it break the bag when the reduce spell ran out?
No, because inside the bag there's way more space than.
Infinite space.
No, it's not infinite. It's an actual square footage. No.
Oh,
No, there's a square footage. Yes, there's a cubic square footage. Never mind. Okay, I was just curious, but okay.
we'll try it one day.
And away we go.
Away you go, flying over the lands, looking for signs of a boule, looking for upturned earth, ravaged areas, something that looks like an elephant-sized shark coursing through the sands of the Scorpnar region.
Yes.
Yeah, love it. Okay. You spend a full day of searching to no avail.
Wait, I want to cast my spell too, just in case.
Your locate creatures.
Yeah, look at animal.
Locate animal. You do not find it.
Okay.
So, is that because we haven't searched the whole thing, or how are you envisioning us searching it?
Would you like to tell me how you search it?
Yeah, we're gonna search it how the divination spell said. So you need to be high in the air and you need to be looking for it, and we'll do it for like 2 days. So like let's say we search like this whole area in a day. Is that fair, or do we have more, Imric?
That seems about fair.
Okay, so we searched this area yesterday. So tomorrow we're gonna search like this area, and then the next day we'll search all of it.
What if it like moves from area to area in the night?
Should be able to see that when we search, but we'll see.
All right. Yeah.
Well, the
okay.
first day of searching goes poorly. You find nothing relating to a boule anywhere at all. The second day, however, you actually see the creature, or what you think to be the creature. You can see a section of land that is being broken and pushed up, heading northward along the western coast of the Scorpnar Peninsula.
Is it early enough in the day that we've got time left in our polymorph to chase it?
It has been 4 hours of searching.
It's
That
got
has
about an
brought you
hour
to
and a
this
half
point.
left.
Oh, should be fine.
All right, I take off after it, Neal, and I want to get close to it, and then I'm going to land on the ground.
Do you want to land in front of it, behind it, beside it?
If I can land, I don't know, 300 yards in front of it, then I will. If I can go fast enough
Absolutely.
to get ahead of it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Totally.
Tell me when
You
we
can
land
easily.
because I have to cast shit.
Well, you
Well,
are
I'm coming
heading
down.
towards the ground.
I
You
cast-
cannot cast spells while on Pegasus back.
All right.
You'll have to wait until you land to cast them. So if you want to communicate how far ahead of the creature you want to be, now's the time.
How fast am I feeling like it's moving? Around.
You guys are going at movement speed 48. It is going at movement speed 14.
Okay.
Okay, so land like 400 yards in front of it.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
That
you
should be
can
enough
say
for
that
like
to
2
me.
casts.
I estimate 400 yards. I land.
Give you a kiss.
Well, as soon as I get to the ground, Neal, I spend that round turning back into Imric.
Okay, I cast.
Hold on. Wait. So, sorry. I was just reading some notes. How far ahead of the creature do you want to
400
land?
yards.
400 yards.
400 yards. So that is going to be, they can go 140 yards around
Be like 3 rounds.
in movement. So that's 3 rounds.
Yep, that's perfect.
Okay, so you're gonna land 3 minutes ahead of its path.
Yeah, I will
Yeah.
cast these spells. Prayer,
That takes 1 round.
bless,
1 round.
and then I'm going to cast recitation as well.
Okay, these are 3 1-round spells, right?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, I turn into me and cast mirror image. That takes 2 rounds.
Okay. 3 rounds for you, 2 rounds for you. What about you, Tyrael? What are you doing as the party lands before this creature?
I will detect noise. I can't do anything. I'll just ready my sword.
You're just
get ready to
chilling.
fight.
You're just getting ready.
Emotionally, yeah.
Can we go to the Red Desert and set ourselves up in
Yeah.
a battle map? Is that fine?
Yeah. So from your position, as this creature is coming, you can see it like getting bigger on the horizon. This like section of broken land going roughly in a straight line towards you, just sort of like breaking apart, getting closer and closer.
Okay, so we're gonna have 4 to attacks, +4, and we're gonna have +1 to damage.
That's from bless, prayer, and recitation, right?
And then I'm gonna ready a charge. I mean, or like ready to receive a charge. I'm guessing that's what's gonna happen.
I separate myself away so that it can't attack all 3 of us in
Okay.
one go.
And I'm gonna be attempting to block its bite. I've read extensively about it in the monster manual.
Here, actually, I'm going to bring you to a new screen where you guys can arrange yourselves as needed.
Find us. Drag our tokens on here, yeah?
Yeah.
I will. Okay. Should I just shield wall Imric, do you think?
Whoa, that's a lot of
Fine.
Immerichs.
Mirror image. We've
It's enough Immerichs.
Oh.
I
We've
only
got
needed one of you.
That's mirror image, but sure. That's how you've done it in the past, right now.
No, he changed it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, we can just put a dot on you with the number of your mirror images rather than putting so many.
Yeah.
We have done it in the past that way, but it is just kind of ugly.
I can do it.
Okay, and you guys should be facing south. That is the direction from which the creature is coming.
Anton will be in front. Reminder, 4 to hit, 1 to damage.
Okay. On the 3rd round, while Anton is casting his last spell, the creature seems to burrow deeper into the ground, for it no longer parts the earth above it.
Coward.
He might come and try to eat us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will wait. I mean,
Yeah. Well, there's nothing to do. You can't see it anywhere. It's just, it seems to be gone.
I mean, we wait 5 minutes.
Oh no, yeah. It's gonna do something. I'm just reading up on all of its abilities.
okay, who has stone skin right now?
All
Imric
of
and
us.
I?
All of us.
All of us? Okay. How many? Roll charges?
Neal rolls it.
Okay.
Been a while since we've been in a fight.
This will be quick.
You think? Okay. That'll be easy, I think. But
Okay. The creature will. Nick, are you facing the other direction intentionally?
yeah.
So the 2 party members are looking south. You look north.
I mean, I'm trying to cover all angles. If someone
Right.
calls out, there it is. I'll turn around.
No, that's perfect. The creature is appearing from behind, from the direction that Nick is looking.
Are we able
It
to time
will burst
There it is.
from the ground in a leap, like an out of the ground and up into the air, where it will attempt to land on Nick.
Oh no.
Let it come. I've literally
Yeah.
got so many protections.
Okay, it makes 4 attacks at you
Is
from
it
the
proper
air.
size?
Whoa,
Yeah, it is
Neal,
as
3
large.
attacks. 3 attacks.
4 attacks. 4 attacks from the air.
Absolutely unbased.
You didn't even read the entry in the monstrous manual, apparently.
That's fine. Yeah. Make it 4 attacks.
I don't believe
Yeah,
in reading.
I will make 4 attacks.
Okay, here's my question for you though. Because of the display self, do all 4 of these attacks miss?
Probably not, because it's attacking like a zone around you. It's large. If you're displaced like within 2 feet of each other, right? So
No, that's fine. I
it's
should
coming
check it.
down, and there's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
multiple versions of you.
I'm not
Yeah.
scared, Neal. Don't worry. Is this a surprise round for it? Yeah.
Wow, it's a lot of 15s.
That's 5 attacks actually. Yeah.
That's 5 attacks. That last one doesn't belong.
Is this a surprise round?
This is maybe not a
No
surprise round. If you could have a readied physical attack, then you could have had a readied physical attack, but you can't have a readied spell, and so it was underground beforehand. So you are going to get pounced upon, and then I guess we'll roll
Take it.
initiative.
Yeah.
Do I get
Yeah.
an attack off because I was ready for him?
You will have a readied attack. Nick is next to you. You can make a stab at the creature.
I don't get a ready to attack while we're sitting here waiting for him to charge.
You can move after he attacks to make your readied action because you're not close enough to make the action while the creature's in air.
Okay, I'm gonna use my Spear of Rohana and I'm gonna try to hit him with lightning.
Let me work out what happens to these attacks first. So the first one misses Neal, and there's 3 hits, right?
3 hits.
So the first hit will miss because of display self. Correct?
Does display self go off before mirror image?
I don't know. We can do mirror
Which
image
one
first if
resolves
you want.
first? I think mirror image should resolve
Okay, that makes
before
sense. Yeah.
display self.
Okay, so this first of 3 against mirror image doesn't hit me. The second attack hits me. That'll be displaced.
That'll be displaced. And then the
then
third attack does
will
mirror image
hit me again.
Ooh.
And chip a stone skin.
And chip a stone skin. Okay, so you are stone skinned?
Yeah.
Right. So you will take no damage from crushing blows, right? Stone skin protects from bludgeoning as well.
All attacks, even from a sword of sharpness.
Nice. But not from falling damage.
Not from falling damage.
So what happens when a creature falls on you?
Well, it's specifically from attacks. I think
Yeah.
that's the distinction between falling and attacks.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. So the creature will land, smashing into you, knocking you to the side, but you will take no damage from the blow. And the other 2 of you, make your ready attacks against the creature.
Okay, you have +4 and +1 to damage. 21
is a miss. Whoosh.
26?
2.
26 because it's +4.
From the buffs.
Okay, 26 and 22 are both hits.
And
No,
then,
no, it's just a 26. It's just a 26.
Yeah, I'm just not sure where the +4 comes from.
because Mr. Moon casts...
Prayer,
Bless,
bless.
bless,
Oh,
recitation.
and recitation. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
And you have 1 to damage for this.
1 to damage or +4 to damage?
+1.
+1.
+1? Okay, then I will... hold on, I'm done. 8 damage then?
8 damage. Okay. You hit it for 8. Its HP bar ticks down a little bit, and we roll initiative.
They're not getting second attacks this round, though.
Oh, you are a level... No, because these were readied actions. Not...
Okay.
It gets an 8 on initiative. Imric, start your turn.
I cast slow at it.
Excellent. Makes a saving throw at -4.
Yep.
Question, does it make it another -2? Was he in zone for the recitation?
What's the AoE of recitation?
60 feet.
No, definitely not. It was a full round away from you at that point. So it makes its save at -4. A boule has hit dice equal to this. It will, in fact, pass its save. Well done, boule, boule, boule.
All right.
The creature takes its turn, and it'll make its 3 attacks at you, Imric. You were the initial target of its gopher, and so it will follow up on you. With
Is it possible for me to attempt to block for him for like a bite attack or no? Because we're the same size. I have a huge hulking shield.
You mean with your shield wall?
Well,
Throw
just
that
with my
down and,
shield
like-
in general. I'm not gonna shield wall, but
No. Yeah, in general, you can't block for other people.
really, even when they're the same size as you, I thought you said that they could. Am I wrong? It's
If
fine.
you wanted to take your full action to defend Imric, then maybe we could say like you can interpose and give him a bonus to his AC, but not as part of like an action where you're doing other stuff. Like if your goal is to be fighting it this round, then you're fighting it, not protecting Imric. You got to like dedicate rounds.
Real quick, on my sheet, does the belt of strength, does that, if I've marked my strength as 17, is that automatically added, or do I need to add that +1 to hit or something?
The +1 to hit will automatically be added, but not the +1 to damage.
Okay, so I'm gonna add that. Okay, I think I'm missing 2 damage on that last attack then.
Okay.
But okay.
I did it as a GM roll. Well, it's a 28 to hit you, Nick. So give me a D3.
Nope.
Breaks one of your mirror images. Now there's just one left.
Yeah.
24.
Nope.
Destroy last mirror image, and then its last attack is a 23.
Which will hit.
All right, and Stone Skin has how many charges?
many-
D4 plus 3.
2?
No, D4 plus 4 now, I think I'm level 8. So I'll double check, but I think it's D4 plus 4.
Do I get an
All right,
opportunity
so it's
attack?
knocked
since
off
he-
2 chips from you. Excuse me?
Do I get an opportunity attack because his back is to me?
No, it's only when it back is turned to you, but not while it remains at your back.
Okay.
If he does if he did a one of these things, then he would create an opportunity attack for Mooten.
D4 plus 4, Neal.
Perfect. I have marked it down, and the creature will burrow as its movement action, digging into the ground and burrowing away.
Can it really attack and move like that? I guess.
Yeah, everyone gets to attack and move and around, right? The question is, do
opportunity
you
attack?
get opportunity attacks as it burrows? That's the real question, and I think that's fair. I think an opportunity attack as it burrows away is a sensible thing. So those of you with melee weapons, go ahead and make your melee attacks.
Yeah, I'm gonna be attacking using a spear charge and a Velthara amulet charge. You cool with that? Okay, I'm gonna be
Go
using a
for it.
4th level spell.
Yeah.
So this will be an added +4 to hit.
This is a +4
That's
as
a
well.
hit.
So 26.
That'll be like 34 or
These will both hit. Neither of them will clear by 10.
33 doesn't clear by 10? I thought you said his AC was 22.
Oh, 33. Okay, there's +4 on top of the 29. I thought the
Because of the
+4 was
spell.
included in the 29.
The plus 4 from the spells is the plus 4 from burning a spell slot.
Okay, 33 will clear by 10. That will crit.
One attack. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, and then
So 10 damage to it,
2d6, another 10.
and another 10 from the electricity. Any
roll a
saves you
saving
get
throw.
done. Passes the save, no problem.
This is my damage. Jeez.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the creature is burrowed into the ground.
What does that mean when it's burrowed? Is there a hole open for me to go after him?
No, because as it burrows, it pushes more earth behind it, and so it's just like solid earth before you.
Okay.
Loose but solid.
Let me know when
Everyone-
let me know when my next turn.
Yeah. You guys wait for a moment. You feel the rumbling diminishing at your feet. Everything goes still.
Are we
Next
getting
Cast
round
locate
rolls along.
animals if I can.
You have a round. What would you say, Mooten? I'm sorry, I missed it.
So if this is the next round, I'll be casting locate animals
Yes.
on the
And
woman.
let me decide where the creature is. All right, and why don't you give me a 20-foot wide by 160-foot yard path that you want to be in?
20 yards per level by 20 feet. So 20 by
160 yards.
I don't know. When he burrowed, which way was he facing?
He was facing Nick when he burrowed.
Okay, well, I'm gonna check the other way then.
If I have a turn, I can also cast Detect Noise and listen to see which direction it's going, depending on how deep it
Yeah,
went.
that would be helpful.
Yeah, put your face to the ground and do a detect noise for me.
All right, I'll do it.
And then I'll key off that.
There you go.
Ooh,
Oh my
just
God.
over your chance for success. Your brother's shifting around is kicking up too much noise. You lift your head to tell them to shut the fuck up, and by the time they do, you can't hear anything within the earth.
I'll look this way, I guess.
You find no boule.
Okay. Am I able to like turn and like look around and see if I can spot him? Yeah, I'll just do a 360.
Yeah, you can like search a 20-foot path every minute, I think. And a few minutes pass and the creature does not reappear. You wounded it pretty badly. It's very likely that it has gone to ground to rest and recover.
Fuck. Now what?
Can you see it with your or scry it or?
What am I gonna see? I'll just see it below the dirt.
Can you hear
Maybe.
things when you scry? Do you get any audio or no?
No. No, wait. That's
You
that's
do.
time pool. I think it's just image.
pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have any spells for this yet, so.
I turn back into a Pegasus.
Okay.
Wait, are we just leaving?
No, I thought maybe we'd go up, see if we can't see
mean-
it moving around still. I mean, unlikely, but what other options? Like, what other options do we have?
The ring of seeing doesn't help you, right?
No, it would break illusions. It shows you how things how they really are, but it doesn't
Yeah.
convey X-ray vision.
I think Anton read like the monster manuals, and he's pretty sure like that these dumb fucks don't retreat. So I think we should just stick around.
What if I were to turn into a boule, Neal?
What if?
Is that outside the realms of the spell? It says anything larger than a wren or smaller than a hippopotamus. It's maybe a little bit bigger than that.
Well, as Mooton said, it's elephant-sized, so that's
Yeah.
bigger than a hippo. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not gonna work.
Are there not any other animals that can dig that you could turn into? That are big?
Nothing that can dig through the ground like that.
About like a giant, like, I don't know, giant gopher.
Giant don't like exist. I think we're kind of fucked.
Yeah, what's the plan here? You fought it, you wounded it, and drove it off.
That's kind of
Anton's pretty sure that's gonna come back. If I recall reading correctly, that their stomachs are insatiable, so. And it was fucking one of you up.
I mean, define fucking me up because
Well, he was
Still
about to
off.
fuck you up, right?
still on full HP here. The only things it refuses to eat are elves, and it like dislikes dwarves.
Jeez, racist.
Dislikes dwarves.
Probably taste funny.
Sure.
What if it hunts through vibrations? It may be scared to attack us here, but it's hungry. What if we were to fly relatively far away from here and land again? It might not know that it's the same group.
Sure.
So, yeah, I'm a Pegasus. I wait for them to get on, and I'll maybe fly Neal. Which direction did Anton check? South.
Check
He
all
ended up
directions.
searching all the directions.
Yeah, the
But I
first
checked
in
south.
the first round he checked south.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll fly for like 10, 20, 30 minutes to the north,
Okay.
and then
You
land
fly
again.
northward.
And I'll turn into something like a hippo and like stomp around on the ground trying to make large vibrations that don't sound like men.
You take the shape of a hippo and bounce around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I cast mirror image again, by the way, for what it's worth.
Sure.
In that round.
Multiple hippos stomping around, only one making actual vibrations. But no other creatures show up.
Yeah.
It does not return.
All right, let's wait the night and try it again in the morning. It's got to eat.
Are we okay
These
to
things-
camp here?
Yeah,
Well,
what's
you've
the
got
worst
food
that-
and water. The only thing you might need is shelter from the sun. Does anyone have any sort of tents
got-
with you?
No, I've got a black cloak that should shelter me from the sun.
Sure, yeah. You guys can just curl up
Cloak.
during the day, pull the cloaks over your head. It's hot, but you guys have food and water, I think, and you can wait
Sure.
and wait And wait. The next day, you are out here in the middle of the Badlands. You see not much. Just sort of terrain to the horizon.
I recast my stone skin on myself
Yeah.
and the others first thing in the morning, and then ask Anton for the nap spell.
I do it.
Okay, yeah, so I get that set up. I cast another 3 castings of stone skin.
So we know that the Boule is going to be within this 30-yard territory. At least we assume that he's going to. This is like his hunting grounds. Or sorry, these I think it's 30 mile. I don't know.
30 miles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
not bad.
30 square miles. Yeah. So we've sussed it out
That's an Among Us reference.
around. True.
So now you're just gonna hang around here waiting for it to show back up?
We're gonna fly around, I guess, and look.
Yeah, we do the same thing again, yeah.
Yeah, you take to flight, you fly around, you see no sign of it. You land a couple of times, but no sign of it.
Okay. I'm gonna try. I'll sacrifice one of my mirror image spells for the day, and just from where we're camped, I'm gonna cast Locate Landmark. Only if it's within a mile will it work, but Locate Landmark for the nest of the Boule.
Boule's don't collect
Locate
treasure. or anything,
landmark
right?
has a, what's the range of it? Sorry to
1
interrupt.
mile. 1 mile.
It's not 1 mile per level.
No.
Okay. So it draws upon the knowledge of people within 1 mile,
Or
and
creatures.
then right, and pulls what they know.
Yeah.
Give you a lair. You get no answer. No one knows where the lair of the Boule is. What does that tell you that no one knows where it is? That's got to give you.
Nothing fucking lives here, yeah.
Yeah.
Or not within a mile, but either way, it's not much help to us.
Well,
It's got to eat at some point, so let's just wait another day and walk around. It relies on vibrations to eat. It's gonna come back, okay?
What if it just stays underground till it dies? We did too many injuries to it.
It's very dumb.
well, you spend another day walking about. You see something on the horizon. It's not a Boule because this thing is walking. But it's on the horizon and it's coming in your direction.
Oh, we'll kill that too. Fuck it. Get something out of this.
Is this the next day again, Neal?
This is your second day of searching on towards
Okay.
the evening. You've been like scouring the area, looking for signs of the Boule. When you see I don't know,
I'll tilt here to
a
spyglass.
creature approaching on the horizon. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take out my spyglass, take a look.
You see a bizarre and malformed, twisted creature that looks like this.
Oh shit, Mud Scorpion.
It's good XP. I got hold poison too.
I hope so. Well, we've got stone skin, so we're probably fine. How far away is it, Neal?
Oh, it's maybe a mile. Tyrael, give me a perception check.
Have you ever read about those Emmerich?
I may have glossed over them once or twice.
Do they speak our language?
Let me consider this.
You notice, Tyrael, that it's not one. There is a line of these creatures, one to the other, like going in a line. There are at least 5 of these.
Yeah,
It's hard to tell.
I mean, I relay the information. There's like a line of these that could be 5 or more.
I don't know anything about them, Emmerich, so you're gonna have to make the.
Well, as what I understand, they're not mindless creatures. They work together. Some of them are spellcasters. They have organization in battle.
Probably don't want to fuck with them, or should we?
I think we could kill them. They may know where the Boule is. Perhaps.
Will they converse with us? I have.
It's dangerous, a dangerous fight, but I'm sure it's one we could win.
I'll look to Tyrael.
5+? You think we can defeat these?
You know?
What purpose do we have to fight these?
Say that again, Cyril.
What purpose do we have to fight these?
They're an abomination.
Experience? Like, you know, we'd become better fighters from this?
How much experience are we talking?
We could be talking somewhere in the region of
6k each.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe 10k each.
I don't have knowledge of these monsters. I mean, if you think we could fight, we could try to fight, but 5 of them, what kind of attacks do they have?
Poison tails, claws. Some of them carry weapons. Some of them can cast spells.
As long as the poison pierces our stone skin, we should be fine, yeah?
How many? Well, that's true, but they've got a lot of attacks they could break through, and you only have what? How many castings of hold poison do you have?
1 right now.
Right, so there's a danger.
Nap.
Okay, I'll defer to you guys if you guys think we can do it. This seems outrageously crazy to me, but if you...
Yes.
Anyone struck by the tail spare must make a successful saving throw versus poison or die in 2d4 rounds. Maybe we shouldn't do it. It's probably not worth it, you know?
Yeah, I don't know why. I have no idea. Unless you guys know something I don't, or I'm just not... Something isn't clicking.
leave.
This just seems so outrageously risky to me. I don't know why the fuck we would ever do this.
That's alright. Tyrael's just scared. It's fine.
Okay, I'll fight. I'm ready behind Anton. I'll fight.
No, it's fine. We'll leave.
They're
It's up
half
to you.
mile now.
I don't care.
They're half a mile now. I'll cast Polymorph Self in preparation.
It's been It's been 4 hours when we saw the man scorpion. No, we haven't decided how late into the day this is. And so it's been 5 hours of searching today. So your second polymorph self is still on, and I think you've got half an hour left with it.
Oh.
Was it?
Yeah, let's fuck off.
Lightning bolt.
I do have 2 castings of Lightning Bolt. And slow.
Yeah, it's fine. Fight him.
I'm turning into a Pegasus and let's leave. This is dumb as fuck. I don't know what the fuck we're doing here.
Oh, you're
Well,
tired.
we've got half an hour left, so we'll fly away from them for half an hour.
Tyrael's
You guys
scared.
mount up, fly away. Why? Yeah, why bother fighting these things?
Yeah,
You've got
there's no point,
bigger.
really.
You've got more pressing
Playing
matters.
Empires of Arcadia right now. Ugh. Disgusting.
What do you guys want to do with the rest of your day after you take flight? Is
What
there a
kind of
concern
strong-
that you might run into these? Like they might follow you as a Pegasus? They can pretty easily see you in the air.
I mean, we can see them coming from quite a far way away, right? So it's not like they're gonna
Right.
sneak up on us.
We could always teleport back with the amulet if the hope for the boule is lost.
If we want, we can leave the boule, but we literally have like 2 or 3 weeks left. I feel like there's nothing else we can do. Unless you guys really want to go after the Mother Janice lady now. It's up to you.
If they come for us, we could fight. If it
Okay.
looks desperate, we could just leave with the amulet.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys fly away for half an hour
Yeah.
or whatever it is left on your time, and then settle down. Are you like settling down to camp for the night, or are you like continuing to move?
We'll move a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, well,
So you
I
like,
want
continue
more for
head
the rest of the
southward
day.
away from.
But at this point, we're probably still deep within the wasteland, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe about after you guys come to a rest, you of course are keeping watch, and a few hours after the sun goes down, using your spyglass, you spot on the horizon the trail of man scorpions coming your way still.
All right.
Coming
what's
for
the
our
plan?
honor, Tyrael.
Yeah, if you want to fight, sure. Emmerich wants to fight. I draw my sword and I ready myself.
Take a little bit of a big step back. Be prepared. They use ranged weapons.
All right, well, why don't we go to our break as the man scorpions descend upon the party at night?
I don't think we should fight this. All right, let's continue.
Do you not want
Well,
to?
wait, you said we'll
Are
be right
you,
back?
are
We're
you
taking a
gonna
break?
flee, or are we gonna prep for battle?
Go to break.
Oh, we're going to break. Okay. Just so you guys know before we go to break, I'm totally willing and ready to fight. So if we don't, because Anton doesn't want to. I'll be back. We'll be on break.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tombs of Scoria. Our party is in the desert. It is nighttime. Vision is limited by the moon and starlight, but there is not a cloud out, so the whole desert is blanketed in this gentle glow. And yet, the man-scorpions are coming for you.
I'm going to use my shield wall.
Okay. What does that mean?
I'm going to activate it.
Okay, so you put up a 10 by 10 wall in front of the party. Okay.
To protect us from range attacks.
Also, real quick, I'm gonna write this down because I think I've asked you this a million times. That ring of seeing, how long does it work for? Some number of rounds?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Stand in front of the shield wall, I guess.
You mean behind?
Stand behind it.
Yeah, sorry.
Are you sorry? Nick?
Yes. Steven? I am.
Okay.
Ooh.
What do you mean by that, Mooden?
And yet, neither of you are standing behind the wall.
I am the wall, fucker.
Wait, I don't even see the wall. Oh, never mind. It's the yellow one.
Question. Is it still on my arm while it's in the wall? Like, while it's in the ground?
Yeah, you become the center of it.
And I can
It goes
undo it,
for-
and it'll be done instantly, yeah?
You can deploy it for 1 round at a time, but it can be, when it's removed, then it's removed. So you can, like, deploy it for a round, and the next round you can fight normally.
Oh, but I can just keep it in the ground, right?
You can just keep it in the ground for as long as you want it to remain a 10-foot wide wall.
Can he...
The
does he keep
Ring
it
of
in the
Seeing lasts for
ground
30 minutes.
And then equip another shield? Is that a thing?
No?
It's
you have to-
still equipped on his arm.
It's part of him, yeah. So if he
Yeah.
were to try and like take it off, then it would just collapse into a regular shield. Is your assumption? None of you have ever actually tried any of this before, so I
No.
probably shouldn't have told you anything.
I wasn't going to try it anyways. All right. They'll be peeking out, I assume, to like see where the movement is and stuff.
And you will be stuck in the middle of it, right? Because you're in the very middle of the shield wall, so you definitely can't see around it anywhere.
Can I cast? I want to argue this. I think I can cast a spell while doing this. I should only need one hand and chanting.
I think Chant is definitely a spell that you could do. To use the shield wall, you have to be like kneeling on the ground, so to speak. So if you needed to move around for the casting of your spell, you couldn't do it. Or if you needed to be like fully standing, then you couldn't cast a spell. But I think Chant is just a verbal
But if I
component,
wanted to
right?
cast like bless and like prayer,
Why don't we say...
my spear will be in my amulet. I'll have one whole free hand.
Then
I'll be able
I
to-
think bless is legit, prayer is legit, chant is legit.
And
Those sorts of like verbal only things, verbal or just holy symbol are fine.
Yep.
I think when we get to somatic components, we start to maybe run into some problems, depending on the exact thing.
Okay.
So tell me about the other two of you, because you're standing behind this wall. You are the wall, I should say. Imric and Tyrael, are you like pressed up against either side right next to him? Are you a little bit behind it? Are you peering around? Are you trying to keep your entire body 100% behind cover all the time?
I'm going to be behind
What's
cover.
the-
I will do my detect noise again so I can hear as I feel the man scorpions are getting closer. In my bag, I am clutching a dark stone that I'm going to pull out and use as I charge to attack the creatures. And that's what I'm waiting for right now.
Okay, so you will be peering around the corner waiting for your opportunity.
No, I'm trying another detect noise cast. I want to be able to
Okay,
hear
you're
them
just
coming.
listening to see when they're close.
As Imric has informed me that he has read, and Anton has read that they have ranged attacks, I don't think I'd be peering out that much because I don't want to get struck by an errant arrow.
I will be peeking a little bit, Neal, yeah. Just poking my head around the corner just to look, see if I can see them. I want to know when they're within lightning bolt range, so...
Right. Well, the shield wall goes down. The creatures which you have seen on the horizon immediately begin to spread out when the shield wall goes down, and they end up creating like a fanning effect and begin to encircle the party.
Are we supposed to see these on the map yet?
No, I'm about to make them visible to you. This guy.
Okay, if they're
It's
gonna
the horses
encircle the
all
party-
over again.
No, if they're gonna encircle the party, right? Like if they're just gonna come around us, we have to attack them before they get behind us. Yeah, you agree with
Yeah,
that?
you think?
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah,
well,
these
they
look like
begin
lobsters in
to-
RuneScape. I'm ready to eat them up.
Imric, can you cast your spell then?
They
Wait, Neal,
begin to spread.
you said 5 or 6. This is 7.
This is 8. I said there are at least 5 that you couldn't see their numbers because they're in a single file, and it looks like one from a distance, but with the glass, it looks like at least 5. And now it's nighttime, and now they're spread out, and you can count their true numbers.
I want to know, is this the scale? Because I want to do something before they get this close.
No, they're probably a little bit further away. I think you would have spotted them at a half-mile range yourself. They would have been at a quarter mile. What's a quarter mile? 5,280 divided by 4 is 1,000 feet, 1,300 feet, let's call it, instead of this. So they're, 10 times this distance.
Well, when they're like 400 feet away, I want to do something.
Sure. They're in this formation, but they're 400 feet away.
I cast a quick look at them. I want to try and pinpoint a caster.
How would you tell them apart? They're all monsters. You've got no way of knowing which one. Yeah. I mean, first off, you can't really see them. They're a quarter mile away. Or they're you said 400 feet? They're 400 feet away in the middle of the night, and they're like hulking monsters. The only things you can really see is like the general silhouette of them, maybe a little something shining off of the large oily shoulders that they've got. But details on them are going to be lost at this range and in this lighting. You got no idea if there's a caster among them, if they're all warriors. You can't even really see what weapons they're wielding. It's just...
All right, well, just when they're about 600 feet away, I'll cast Mirror Image first. And then I'm just going to Magic Missile some. So this one here, I just want to Magic Missile it. Is that
okay?
All right? Yeah?
Yeah. I guess when you're at 400... So you Mirror Image at 600. They take a full round of movement, and they go... 120 yards.
Okay, well, maybe I mirror image a little bit sooner. I mean, when I see them, they're like half a mile away or whatever. I'll cast it. It lasts for like 40 minutes, so.
Okay, you can get your magic missiles off at 400 yards, but they are charging in, so you'll get one magic missile off before they close, essentially.
Yeah. All
right, you're targeting this guy on the right.
Yeah. 16.
Excellent. And now we roll initiative.
Okay. Do we get any Mouton? How many spells have you buffed us with for this fight?
I have.
It's got no buffs.
Yeah, just hold on. Oh, okay. This round, I am casting. Is it prayer? Yeah, this round I'm casting prayer. They can't move this distance in one turn. Yeah, you
110 feet. Of course they can.
400 feet. They can go 100. They can go 360 feet in a round. So they will be one round. Hold on. Let's stop. At 400 feet is when Nick cast his magic missile.
I cast prayer.
You cast prayer. Okay. They
so
move 120 yards, which will bring them to within 40 feet of you guys, roughly. So I'm gonna move them to about here-ish.
Okay, are you okay?
And this is where we're gonna roll initiative at this point.
Can I say one thing left? Are you okay when he cast his mirror image that I cast bless? That's even doing it out of order. I'm giving you the mums there.
I feel like you guys have overestimated yourselves. You're like, it's fine. Oh my God, they're here. Hold on, I would have cast a spell the moment before.
I'm not worried about this at all, actually.
Great.
Okay.
Great. Then you got what you got.
So they will be 40 away after this round, or no?
No. This is going to be our we're rolling initiative at this start right here, like this.
And this is all to scale now, yeah?
This is all to scale now.
Cool.
Can I get the other initiatives from my other players?
Yeah, you can.
Wait, did I roll? It rolled for me, right?
I did not see it.
Oh, it didn't put it in. Sorry. Can you add 12 in? Sorry.
I can add you in. Materials a 12.
I'm a 9. I'll add
Emmerich 9. Okay.
I'm
kind of seeming a little ridiculous now, isn't it?
What do you mean? Of course not. This went so well the last time we did this, didn't it?
Scared.
Okay. Well, our first man scorpion will come on in to over here.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you roll in with magic missile instead of slow?
Yeah, they're not close enough for slow yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're not close enough like to each other yet.
This one will scamper up here towards you, Imric, and make 3 attacks. The first one is its battle axe attack.
All right, it only gets 2 attacks if it's using a weapon.
Nope, it gets 3 attacks if it's using a weapon. It gets a weapon, claw, and sting.
You'll dodge it. Don't worry. It's probably got a really low to
That's
hit.
not what it
It's
says
probably
in
like
the monstrous manual.
it's probably like
but
+2 to hit, I think.
Okay, first off, I don't have to listen to the monstrous
No,
manual.
I know.
Secondly,
No.
let me read from the monstrous manual.
Okay.
They
I
use
regret
long.
it already, Neal. I regret it
In
already.
close combat, they attack with weapon, claw, and tail, or with tail and 2 claws. That's 3 attacks either way.
I guess I'm
Weapon,
looking-
claw,
yeah.
tail, or 2 claws and a tail. That's 3 attacks either way.
Okay, you're right. I apologize.
You want to
no,
bring
apologize.
monstrous
You're
manual
telling me
rules
it's-
to my
it's-
house?
it's-
Into my house? It rolls 3 20s in a row. It's amazing. I can't believe I actually have to roll these publicly now. Otherwise, you will think I'm cheating you if I roll a 20. The first attack is a battle axe.
Nice.
Which will whoosh.
You're good.
Then comes a claw.
Nope.
Okay.
Snap. And then a tail sting.
No.
What is your AC, Imric? 20?
20, yeah.
20, really? Is it? That sounds pretty high, doesn't it, Koibu?
That does. Armor spell. You always have armor spell cast, yeah?
Ah, okay. Did he actually state that, though?
He did.
It lasts
He's
forever.
always got a cast. We haven't had anything
Okay.
going on.
All right.
2 things of protection, some display self. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 seems reasonable here. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So the first one comes in, makes a whole flurry of attacks. None of them land. The one that you magic missiled, I'm going to move everything just up a little bit to make room.
Makes
The
everything
next
attack.
one comes on in and will come after you as well, Imric. With
I
a
turn to face.
11 and 7 is an 18.
Nope.
A 10 and 7 is 17, and a 10 and 7 is 17.
Nope.
Okay, Imric, it is your turn.
I will try and finish off the one that was already wounded.
Great.
Ah, damn it. Almost. 13.
13 brings it low, but not dead. Anton's recitation goes off. Allies get +2 to hit and saving throws. Enemies suffer -2 to attack rolls and saving throws. 60-foot radius,
Yeah, it's not gonna hit any. Of
right?
those,
So
but-
it's not going to hit any of those guys out
It'll
there,
hit
but
the-
these 2.
So we get a +2 even if we leave the radius?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, Tyrael. Go slay, King.
Okay. And this is when a stinking cloud will appear on the party.
Okay.
I need everyone in the party to roll me saving throw versus spell. If you fail your saving throw, you are unable to do anything for D4 rounds, essentially.
Don't forget, you've got a +2 from recitation. And...
+1 from prayer.
Oh, we got prayer.
Does our ring of reaction help with this?
Nope.
No.
Okay, didn't need it. Okay.
Okay,
Go.
Roll
Anton, go.
high.
hold on. Gotta
Okay.
count.
That is a fail.
Oh, I have a lot of pluses. I don't think it's a pass. 4.
I have found in the books that your minimum saving throw is always a fail if you roll naturally on it or below it. So a 3 is always, I think for priests, is always a failed save,
So-
no matter your bonus count.
I'm just clicking my spell saving throw, right?
Correct. Yeah.
It's fine. You can touch us and teleport out. It's chill.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to now, yeah.
All right. The 2 of you, any creature caught within the cloud must roll a successful saving throw versus, poison. Doesn't matter.
Oh,
There's still
wait,
fails.
no- Are you serious? With luck
Right?
stones
'Cause-
and our massive pluses?
Your, let me
I have
open my book here.
+3. So that would be 6. Plus my cloak of protection would be 2.
What's your
plus-
total? Yeah.
I only have to roll a 7. So I would be rolling.
Your poison save is a 7?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I
you've
have
made
+3
a.
from prayer and recitation, +2 from cloak of protection, and +1 from ring of
Okay.
protection.
Let me check the entry on poison on saving throw minimums.
All right. I didn't know we were playing with these minimums. But,
Well, because we mentioned them before.
It was mentioned.
They have come up.
I thought it was 2 Neal, not 3, but I might be wrong.
I think for poison it's 2. For other things, you know, it depends on the actual thing. Blah 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 blah. See, Wolf is a 21st level priest and has a saving throw number of 2 against paralyzation, poison, and death magic. He will automatically fail his saving throw against these attacks if his actual die roll is a 1, 2, or 3. However, if he encounters a particularly virulent poison that imposes -3 to the saving throw, his saving throw will succeed if he rolls a 5 or higher. So you automatically fail on a level 21 priest. Automatically fails a saving throw on poison if the die roll is a 1, 2, or 3. Is text of the book, page 143.
sure.
Table 36 from the book below shows a saving throw success on number of 3 or less. These numbers refer to the character's adjusted die roll, not the actual roll. However, if the actual roll is blah, 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 blah. All right, so 3s are the minimum saving throw number, and you're poisoned.
Wait, so we
those
have
of
to-
you that are poisoned,
Oh, okay, never mind, go ahead.
any creature caught must roll a successful saving throw versus poison or be reeling and unable to attack because of nausea for 1d4 plus 1 rounds after leaving the cloud. We don't roll it until you leave the cloud because it, you know, as long as you're in it, you're still nauseous.
True.
Next character. One of these guys. Now the cloud, actually, we need to put on the map because it matters. It's a 20-foot cube.
Yeah, make a save for the man scorpions too.
Well, they're not targeting the man scorpions.
Doesn't-
5, 10, 15,
Okay, so it's
20. 5, 10, 15, 20. So it's a cloud like this on you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. This one will come over here. Ready its attacks. This one will come over here. Ready its attacks. Tyrael will take his turn. You cannot attack. You are choking and coughing from the noxiousness of the cloud.
To activate, I guess I'm just going to put my hand on Imric and prepare to activate the amulet.
Okay, who's got the amulet?
I have.
Imric.
Okay.
Anton's gonna undo the shield and do the same.
On your next turn, of course.
It takes a turn to put my hand on him, really?
No, I guess that's fine. He's right there. You can reach him. It's cool.
Okay.
It'll take a turn to activate the amulet, I should have said.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
that would have been the proper phrasing.
Of course.
This one will come on down. Since the shield is gone, you could probably reach him while holding the shield. He will come up to the shield, expecting whatever this wall is to vanish eventually. This one will come over here, and that will end our turn. Next round, roll initiative.
Is it a D1 to use the amulet?
No, there's a modifier on the list.
The modifiers there.
Is it
Yeah,
3
for
now?
miscellaneous
Or-
magical item.
Yeah.
It's on your
It's in
character
my-
sheet.
It's on my
You have
journal.
to-
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, roll low.
+3. Okay. Well, rings is a +1, Neal. Would an amulet be a +1 as well?
There should be miscellaneous magical item on the list.
Okay, so it's 3 then. Fine. Okay, fine. We leave. I get a 10.
You get a 10. Okay. And the other two of you are just holding positions, waiting for... Dropped one.
Yeah.
I think I took one off the list somehow.
The real meme is when we come back to these guys in like 7 episodes and they've all leveled up like 7 times from defeating us.
Yeah.
All right, so this guy and this guy are going to go first. This one right here will attack Nick with 3 attack rolls. 1d20 plus 7. Ooh, miss,
Natural
miss,
one.
hit. One of your illusions, Nick, probably.
Nope.
No, it'll strike you. Knock off a stone skin charge. That's the 3rd stone skin charge.
No, this is a different day.
Okay, you have a new stone skin then?
Well, because
God.
it lasts 24 hours, right? So.
Right,
Also, it
right.
shouldn't
Okay.
hit him because of
Oh, display
Oh, right,
self,
that's
actually,
the
yeah.
display self. Perfect. Love it. This other one up here is not going into the cloud. Anton didn't have an action. This guy's over here. Imric, your turn comes up.
This is my time to shine. Prepare to die, Scorpions. No, I activate the amulet.
And the party GTOs. Okay. Poof. Escaped.
Fuck
Great.
these cocks.
What a great item. that
Actually, no, it's fine. Yeah.
is. What?
And you're gone.
You don't think scorpions would be hunting people down? Wouldn't carry like teleport block amulets with them or something?
Oh
Or cast
God! If only they could. You know, they've been looking for one for generations, but they just haven't found it. But it's like on their list of wanted items. But the family keeps denying it to them, being like, "We don't know where it is." It's such bullshit.
What does the poison
Funny
cloud
thing
do?
is-
Wouldn't that wouldn't impact your ability to interact with the amulet at all? You don't think? You can't attack with it,
Well, I
right?
passed my save. The question I was thinking
Oh.
of.
I was about to say you need to make a
was-
second save right now, but I think even if you fail your save, you can still grab the amulet and activate
Well,
it.
I was going to say, does passing the save mean that I just aren't affected, or does it mean that I get
No,
out of
you-
the AoE?
It means you've got one round to get out of the AoE, and if you stay in the next round, you make
Okay.
saves again the next round, and so forth and so on.
Um,
Beautifully
so
done,
you
everybody.
guys.
I'll make the
Oh.
save if you want, Neal. Just because I'm so confident.
Oh
Sure.
yeah, if you want to ruin the campaign, go.
Well, it doesn't count, right?
Well, no, it will if you do it. Probably.
He'll just be reeling in the ogre lair, or the
Easy.
giant lair. Yeah.
20.
You end up back in the lair of Azeron. It is nighttime. The giants have just settled down as you guys appear. And as you begin to move around, one of them rolls over and opens an eye to see you again. And says,
Hello, friend.
And
You're back
that's not-
again.
Yeah, excuse my brothers are just like throwing up in that cave.
They-
Excuse them.
curl their noses at the smell and roll over and continue to talk in the giant tongue.
Anton smacks the cave. We got unlucky.
This was a holy waste of a journey.
Yep, no boule shield. Fuck it, we won't get it. It's fine.
Could have been researching spells instead of chasing around after land sharks.
Could have been blowing dudes too, Imric, but you can't always do what you want, right? Not there's
Good
anything
one.
wrong with that.
You know? Maybe you should consider it. You don't have much luck with the ladies, Anton.
That's true.
Maybe you'll be more to their taste.
Anton is bisexual, so
True. Yeah, okay.
allowed to make those jokes.
Alright, I guess we just chill. Another day of flying ahead of me.
Yep, you guys can fly on back. Let me make an encounter check for you.
I try and not look too smug in the night. About
In the
passing
night?
a save. Well, the day that we've got to spend there until I can refresh my spells, you know.
Try to not look too
right.
smug. What do you mean
What are
by
you
that?
smug about?
What the fuck are you smug about?
The fact that you two both failed your saves on it, save your asses.
You wanted us to do this. I am the one that
What the hell are you playing
I
me?
try to spend the night not being too irritated at how grossly overconfident these two buffoons are, remembering that this is the second time they promised me that somehow their magics would make some encounter that was completely unbalanced tip in our favor.
Again,
Yeah, we
they described
absolutely
it
got
aloud.
unlucky.
Yeah.
Got unlucky?
Yes. We both rolled 3s on our saving throws. What do you call that?
So you'd prefer to leave our lives up to chance against random man scorpions in the desert?
Dungeons and Dragons is.
Huh?
You heard me. That's what Dungeons and Dragons is, Tyrael.
I don't know what dungeons we're in. All I know is we were out in the middle of the desert, and you guys decided to risk our lives and potentially the future of our kingdom, slaying some man scorpions. And for what?
Anton ignores Tyrael.
Nah, there was no risk. We were always fine. Our magics would have protected us for long enough to escape.
And really, and what if you would have inhaled a few more breaths of that poisonous gas? You don't think there's a chance that our corpses would be out there right now?
I
We've been able to use
feel like we might still have been able to escape, but I don't know. You're right, Tyrael. It was risky. For what gain? I'm not sure.
Thank you. I am
We
right.
do a little bit of troll,
Yeah.
Tyrael.
Also, why did we accept any busy work from the queen?
Now is not the time to be arguing about this, Tyrael. I explained to you. The Queen asked us to do it. We're well
Can you
equipped
fly us
to
back
do so.
tonight?
I don't think so, no.
Then it appears we have nothing else to do with our
No,
time
you
but
will have
argue.
You will have
already
already
napped
napped me in the morning, yeah.
Then we have all the time in the world for this conversation. Stop accepting busy work from the queen. We have important work that we need to be doing across the ocean. We need to head to Solom. We need to go to the elves. We need to get our armor back. There's a great number, many of things we can do. I don't know why we would be wasting time doing busy work trying to find Mother Janice.
You know, you're right. Call me when the armor's ready. I'm going to be studying my books.
Well,
I'm
no,
not
because
here to just get
now,
lectured by the two of you.
I'm
now,
not doing the mother shit anymore, Teal. You gotta go tell her that we're done with that. She can go
you
find-
two are the ones that accepted that
Hey, well,
mission.
we're dis-accepting it
Then
now.
you need to go and disaccept it. You need to go and unaccept it. You need to have a conversation with
I'm
her.
not gonna do it.
You what?
I'm not gonna do it. She can find someone else to do it.
Yeah, you need to go tell her. You accepted this on behalf of the crown. Or not on behalf of the crown, but on behalf of the McGarrys from the crown. You need to go and tell her that we're not capable of doing it.
I'm not telling her we're not doing it.
Who
Emric can do that
accepted
if
it?
he wants to, but I'm not doing it.
Emric,
What?
do you wish to take the responsibility from Anton? And you wish to go to the queen and
Anton's
tell
too
her?
scared. Then I suppose I shall. Although I don't think it's a waste of time. I think putting an end to this conspiracy, it's better than wandering around in the desert for weeks on end.
We're in the middle of a
war.
war. I'm sure there's a million conspiracies to kill the queen. You really think that that's what we ought to be spending our time chasing down?
Listen, either the decision's mine and we do it, or it's not, and you can go and tell her that we're not doing it. But you don't get to say we're not doing it and then tell me that I have to be the one to tell her that we're not doing it.
I just think it's simply a waste of time. But if you've accepted this, we're not going to walk away from a direct command from the queen. Just don't know why you would have asked for such a command. There's so many better things we
I
could do
didn't
with
ask
our time.
for it. It was already given to us.
Given
before
to
we ever
us?
Carol,
left.
I feel like she told you something that didn't happen. She literally ordered us to do this.
She
almost.
ordered you to do it. When I spoke to her, she said that you two graciously volunteered our efforts towards this waste of time. Really, she lied to me.
No. When we were told to go after Cal Lockhart, this was part of the deal. We go to Cal Lockhart to find the location of Mother Janice and then go and bring her to justice. We'd already accepted the quest. Cal Lockhart was the first step.
Where is
Trying
Mother
to abandon
Janice?
the quest halfway in.
Do we know
We
where
don't
she
know.
is?
We're waiting on the results of the interrogation. Hopefully it'll be done by now.
Okay, well, we're going to fly back tonight. We're going to get the results of that interrogation, and we are going to move with all the fury of heaven and earth. We're going to find Janice and bring her back within a day. We're going to go to the elves. We're going to rush them along with the armor. I don't know what dances or sorcery they're doing that takes them so long. And then we're going to head to Solemn so we can stop wasting time on this continent hunting monsters and dying to man scorpions.
Oh, at
were
least we
gonna
can
die.
agree on that. Velthara wouldn't have let it happen, isn't that right, Anton?
True. That's right. We had everything under control. The only reason we took that fight is because of the amulet.
Because of the amulet? Which one? The amulet that set us free? Or the amulet that's poisoning your mind with arrogance?
You don't know anything about the poisoning. Metagamer.
Wait, what? I thought we knew that. I thought it's a...
No, the amulet is making like Anton like do the grudges and shit. You can think that.
Oh, I thought it was like
That
a
is not-
well-established thing that the amulet like leads the owner to being
Well,
like more
I
over
feel
time.
I feel like me and Tyrael have determined that Anton is
Sure,
becoming
that's
more
fair.
angry and
That's
vengeful.
fair. But that it is not like a well-known thing that Anton would have been like, oh yeah, by the way, me wearing this is gonna make me more.
Okay, well, you know what?
vengeful."
I don't know if it's true or not. Tyrell's just saying it to piss you off, so it doesn't matter.
That's fine. Anton ignores you.
Everyone's pride is a little bit hurt. Listen, we're all in this together. We're all friends. If we fall apart, we're lost completely. Let's just remember why we're here, and it's not to argue. The giant's trying to sleep. Let's just calm down, get a night's sleep. Things are going to look better in the morning. We'll have a nice view of the landscape as we fly back to Wickham Renta. We'll go home. We'll see our parents. You know, Father's been a lot nicer these days. I'm glad that we didn't do anything drastic.
Okay, I agree with you. I would just like to be informed in the future that if the two of you have made a suicide pact together, that you keep me out of it next time.
Fine.
Cyril, I don't understand. When we take fights and they go poorly, you blame us. When we take fights and they go well, you say, oh, that was for our family's honor and stuff. Fights aren't always going to go well. Sometimes we're going to get an unlucky cast off. We're still alive. It's fine. If you really don't want to do something, stop being a baby and speak up.
If
Speak
we're
with your chest.
slain,
Be the McGarry that our dad wanted you to be and make the decision, Tyrael.
if
Stop
we're
putting
slain,
this on us.
part of being a leader is trusting your advisors. You two are the magical ones. I trusted your advice. I didn't know that I'm supposed to be the one delegating
this
out
on us,
the
Tyrael.
appropriate utilization of our spells here. If you'd like me to do that, that's fine, but I'm but a humble rogue. I can break
Stop putting
into somebody's house and steal a sword. You guys are the ones that are supposed to be dealing with magical creatures and magical poison.
Stop putting this on us. If you didn't like it, say no.
Understood. Well, we're sleeping and we're going back. We sleep, we wake, we go back. Where are we at,
You
Koibu?
sleep, you wake, you return, you end your day.
Yep, it's ended. We're next. Go, no more filler. Where are we at? In front of the queen. It results of the interrogation. Give it to us.
My queen, we're here to, or Colletus, do you know if the interrogation of the prisoners has been completed? Do we know where Mother Janice is located?
Yes, I think it has, but...
Clertus, what do you think about Arxamber?
Oh, she's a bitch.
True, Clertus. I give him a big high five.
Bro.
With my girl
Clertus, do
strength,
you
I
know,
high five him so hard I'd kill him.
So
Do
when
you
you
know
make
where-
it back to the capital, where is the first place you go? Do you immediately go to the capital, or is it like you go home, dust off your shoes, do X, Y, Z?
We immediately go back to the capital.
Okay. Yes, you find your way back to the castle.
Wait,
you find
can I just
yourself at the
intervene?
front door.
Do I have to listen to the two of them arguing on my back as I
Yes,
fly
the
down?
whole
Yes,
time.
of course.
Oh my God,
Yes.
okay.
I lean forward when I argue too because I want your floppy, stupid ears to catch every word that comes out of my mouth, every bit of
Anton-
vitriol.
Anton's explaining that just because the advisors were wrong, you made the decision to trust the advisors, so the weight falls on you. I'm sure Tyrell's calling Anton a fucking moron.
And
he
Tyrael
should get
makes
better
a
advice.
massive concession, and Tyrael says, "You're absolutely right. I've made a grave mistake on this adventure, and that was trusting the advice of either of you. I
nod,
concede.
yes. Beautiful, Tyrell. I'm glad
Go
you
to the
conceded.
capital. Where's the queen?"
You guys are in a waiting room waiting for her, arguing back and forth still about this stuff. It is late in the evening when she comes to you, fatigued and exhausted, with long lines across her face.
Jeez.
She plops down into a chair, a mug of wine already in hand, her guard standing nearby. Exhausted, she says to you, "What, McGarry?
She's mad at us.
Why the long face, my queen?
It's been a long day. What do you have to report?"
Well, nothing right now. We're waiting for the conclusion of the interrogation so that we can go and capture Mother Janice. How is that progressing?
It is progressing slowly. What we have pulled from the minds of these unwilling interrogants is that Mother Janice is in Fenden somewhere. Or that is our assumption. It appears she has been making friends with Lady Carrick of Fenden,
All right.
the Baroness of Fenden.
Understood. And what are their goals? What are they trying to do? Are they collecting armies? Are they collecting people? Are they buying and shipping weapons? Do we know what activity she's up to right now?
All we know is that they are adding more members to their ranks. The closest neighbors first, and then when a neighbor cannot be brought in or does not seem foldable, looking for their potential heirs or people close to them to turn. The end goal is not known. It doesn't appear that either of these people know the end plan.
All right, sounds great.
Mother Janice would.
Do you
Can I speak to Tyrell for a moment?
you speak to me in a moment once I'm done speaking to our queen? Queen, do you wish Mother Janice returned to you in whole, or do you wish us to bring back her head?
We need her alive for questioning. She probably has the answers for the plans.
Understood. You'll have her within 2 nights. Anton, you wish to speak?
Yeah. I'll drag him away for a second. Hold on. Tyrell, I feel like our heads aren't in this. None of us want to do this task. I feel like we're going to do a shitty job of this if we end up doing it.
I glare at
think
him
we
and I
should-
say, we've accepted a task from our queen. We will get this done immediately. Sounds like a simple enough mission. These people are clearly beneath us every way, size, shape, and form. We'll have this done within 2 nights. I look to the queen and I say,
Anton smiles and says, "I'm glad you made a decision."
good, I did make a decision. I nod to the queen and I say, Emmerich and Anton, if you're done babbling, if you have nothing to cry about, perhaps we should take our leave.
While you were talking with your brother, the queen has looked to Imric and asked, "How is my sister? Is she well? It's been some time since we've spoken."
She, firstly, I'm sorry about these two. They've been arguing like this for the last 2 days. Mother, she was unwell for a time, but since my father has returned, I think she's feeling better. She's back on her feet again. She seems less depressed, more willing to go out and about, do things, see people, even if it's just around the house. She's not confined to her bedroom anymore. Physically, she's fine, but perhaps her humors are otherwise out of balance a little.
It's unpleasant to hear. Please send her my tidings, and if there's anything you need for her, do not hesitate to send for me.
I understand you're busy, my queen, but perhaps you could invite her and my father to dinner or something at the palace one night when you're free. I'm sure an invitation would suit her quite well and give her an excuse to get out of the house and socialize a little.
She sighs, leans back in her chair, seems a little bit more relaxed, like this small talk is pulling her away from her day's worry. That sounds wonderful, actually. I'll send an invitation for a week from now. If you and your brothers are around, please consider attending.
We may have the time. I understand. Sometimes the stress of the job can weigh heavy on one's shoulders. We all say things we don't mean. We act in ways perhaps we shouldn't. But truly, forgiveness and moving past it, forgetting the woes of our work is the best way forward.
Agreed. No one is a saint.
True. Well, I won't bother you anymore. You should get some rest.
Good luck.
I'll see them out. Thank you.
Gentlemen, I expect to see Mother Janice in my hands in 2 days.
Okay, we leave. I head immediately to my contact in the family. Vega, go, boom. Get me in front of him.
Yep, you can find Vega's little place here. But as he said, he is laying low. No, you told him not to lay low,
I
right?
said absolutely not.
He is
Maintain,
just
yep.
chilling.
Yep.
He's chilling in his bar. He's got his feet up on a table.
I snap my fingers when I get in, I point him, and I point to a back room. Let's go. I don't have time to waste.
He gets up and follows. The two of you find yourselves in a back room together.
Okay, we go to the back room. I close the door roughly, but I don't slam it behind me. And I say to Vega, Vega, listen to me. I have a request to make. In Fenden, I'm sure that you've heard some rumors, some rumblings. There's an uprising that may or may not be occurring there. I'm sure there's been some group of people shipping in more weapons or armor than usual. Some group of people that have been ordering things that they wouldn't be able to purchase on more open markets. Have you heard anything of any of the activities going up there?
Whoa, slow your roll there, buddy. First off, no, I haven't heard about any, what people? You don't mean my people.
It might be your people involved with them. Right now, it's been brought to our attention that there is a particular character up there, Mother Janice, who's been involved. Some pretty bad stuff. We're trying to figure out.
Who the hell's Mother Janice?
You've never heard of any of this stuff, Vega? You don't have your ear to the ground? It's big shit going on in Fenden.
Look, I'm a single man. I don't have the whole knowledge of all the operations of everything, everywhere, all the time. I just know what I know, right? I know certain people. I know how to connect loose ends, okay? I don't know shit about Mother Janice. I don't know shit about weapons being gathered in Fenden. You're talking like there's something going down, and I need a little bit more explanation, or at least some sort of fucking clue. You can't just say, Fenden, what's happening?
Well, what I'm looking for is big enough that if you'd had heard of it, I think you would have understood what I was talking about right now. I appreciate...
Then whatever it is super on the down low and completely avoiding our people, because I don't know shit about this.
Gotcha, I nod to you. Well, keep your ears to the ground. There might be new business opportunities opening up there soon. And then I leave, and I go back to my brother's house. And I speak with them. Can we do that, or does it make it one? Okay.
Sure, your brothers will get back to your house before you. And the two of you will arrive back at your house to find a cleric there, as well as a pair of local constables. And you will find your father laid out on the ground with a sheet covering him.
Father? What's happened?
Sheet covering him?
A sheet covering him head to toe. You can tell him by his boots sticking out the bottom side. The servants of the house are in the area, looking sad and mourning. The cleric will turn to you. It is one of the local clerics of Martha, a middle-aged woman who takes a deep bow and says, your father has passed on.
How? What's happened? He was perfectly healthy.
A cleric of Verasi will come out of the kitchen, hearing you guys arriving, also give you a low bow. This is a young woman. The other one was a middle-aged woman.
Oh, did this dumb fuck drink the wine?
The cleric of Rossi will say to you, it appears your father had a stumble. The servants heard noises. She looks to the servants who bob their heads in agreement. And when they found him, he was at the bottom of the stairs, his neck broken.
When did this happen?
She looks to the servants. One of them pipes up, about 2 hours ago?
I look behind me at the two of them, and then look back to the father. I go down on my knees to father's body and pull back the top.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely him, and he's definitely dead. His body has grown cold by now.
Do either of you have uplift? I asked them.
They've left us to mourn.
Did Koibu say no?
These are low-level clerics.
Anton stomps out, and he's gonna go find Mother Bella.
You can
I
find
know.
Mother Bella.
Wait,
But-
hang on. Tyrael,
Tyrael's
where have
not
you
here
been
yet.
the
Right
last
here,
2
yeah.
hours?
Oh, there you go.
Oh
he's
yeah,
not
you
here
can wait
yet,
for
okay.
Tyrael. Yeah, you can wait for Tyrael to show up while he's
Anton
looking for.
did.
Where am I? Where do you catch me at?
You
come
arrive
back to the
home
house.
Do I
Tyrael,
see that my
where have
dad
you
is,
been?
my father is dead, or have I seen that yet, or where?
dead.
Yeah.
You come into the room, you see these clerics, these constables standing around, servants about as well. Your mother is nowhere to be seen, but you can hear some soft wails coming from up the staircase.
All right, look around. My eyes catch. Yeah, Imric.
Where have you been?
I've been running errands. What do you mean? What do you need? What's happening?
Father's dead. Someone fell down the stairs, apparently.
He fell down the stairs and he died?
What were you doing?
I was trying to get some information about our upcoming mission north. What do you mean to ask me? What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you insinuating? I'm gone, but I'm just doing it.
I'm sorry. I don't know. It's been a weird few days. I can't believe this.
You can't. Do you mean to accuse me of something, Imric?
I'm sorry, Tyrael. I just maybe spoke out of turn.
I can understand suspecting a brother for this, but it wouldn't be me that I'd point the finger to. But regardless, this is crazy talk. Who found his body first?
The servants, I think.
One of your servants pipes up and looks at you. It's the butler. What was his name? Belwick? No,
Worcester.
Worcester. Thank you.
Yeah.
How old is our father?
It's like 50s?
60s?
60s? And he simply fell down it's wooden stairs and died?
I'm sorry, my lord. We only heard him after the fall and came to find him here. Well, there. They point to the spot where he fell.
Is there any blood?
No.
Did you check him for injuries? How did you? How was
His
his
neck is at an unnatural angle.
As if this week couldn't get any worse.
Emmerich, do you have any spells? Can you time pull? Are we able to figure out what happened to him, or
Perhaps Anton can.
where did Anton go?
I don't know. I think to find a cleric to cast time pull.
You probably
guess-
heard him talk about uplift, I would assume.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Mother, and I'll walk up the stairs, leaving Tyrael with the body.
You will find her in her bed, currently just staring towards the end of the bed.
I just go and sit next to her and hug her.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say anything.
She puts an arm around you and kind of makes small whimpering noises occasionally.
Downstairs, looking at the body. So Tyrael pauses for a moment to consider his dead father. But then looking on at the body, does the father carry any sort of sigil signifying his position as the head of the household?
Based.
He's got his rank in the army on his pauldron, but no head of household marking.
Any jewelry?
He's got jewelry. Yeah, he's got his signet ring that marks him as who he is. It's an important thing to get, so no one else makes a letter and forges it with his ring.
But there's not
But
an
it's not
official
like
this is the head of this noble family's signifying
Right?
thing. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. There's no minor crown.
Would
or
you just
anything.
take his signet ring, or no?
No, I would
No, you'd
use
keep
mine,
your own.
Of course.
You would destroy his.
I want to look around the room and regard the faces of the servants carefully for those that are here. I don't know if this would be a charisma check. I'm curious if anybody seems a little bit more nervous than they should be.
Yeah, that would be a charisma check.
As I'm regarding their faces, I'd like to ruffle through my father's pants. Do I find the luck stone, or is it missing?
It is still in his pocket.
I'll remove it from his pocket, I
Unspoiled.
guess.
Please add it to your character sheet.
Loot him.
Obviously, that one's faulty.
Yeah, fuck.
Got
Bad luck soon.
a few silver pieces while you're rummaging around in there, Tyrael?
Yeah, take his gold.
A couple of XP? Why not?
Well, hey, listen, if it was up to you guys, we would have died before he did, so.
Oh, dear.
Well, while you guys do this, Anton goes to find Mother Bella. You know where her temple is. You can arrive there. She is currently cleaning some dishes in the kitchen, taking time like a good cleric to do the work of the church. You interrupt her with, one of the other priests, and she looks over to see you, grows quiet, and quickly dismisses the other priest from the kitchen.
I'll do the dishes and explain to her with a few tears running down Anton's eyes. He found his father dead, and he knows that they didn't get off on the greatest foot last time, and he does apologize for making her uplift that. But he's asking her one last time to help him find out who murdered his father.
I think we know who's ultimately responsible for his death. Don't we?
He'll give a puzzled look. Probably like Verasi.
Probably you and your brothers.
Anton is insulted. He was pushed down the stairs. What do you mean?
I have
Defend
seen
yourself.
the magics you work and the things that you do. I understand you may have slain a blue dragon. But you three are involved in things beyond my comprehension that undoubtedly are causing these problems in your life. I want nothing to do with the three of you anymore from here on out.
Oh wait, are all of us in front of
No,
the?
it's just me.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Turned down a son's request to find out who murdered his father? 12 hours of work?
She motions to the amulet on your neck. Don't you have ways of doing this? Aren't you a cleric of vengeance? Shouldn't it be the easiest thing to find who did this?
It will be.
I don't think you need my help, and I am not inclined to help you.
Anton smashes her dishes.
She winces at the sound of breaking plates, but remains calm. This personal vengeance of yours has no place in this temple. Please, Mr. McGarry, leave.
Kill him.
I'm not gonna kill her. Your lucky roll. Low roll happened. Anton will smash her dishes into pieces with his armor on.
All of them, not just what
Literally
you're working on,
Goes
He's
into
there for
the-
10 minutes, just making sure to get every shot.
He throws them down. He gets out a bag of
other
50
priests
pieces.
and clerics arrive hearing these smashing sounds. They poke their heads into the kitchen. Mother Bella holds them back. You over the din of breaking plates, you can hear her say, "Let him work out his anger."
He pulls out a handful of gold pieces, throws them on the ground, and storms out.
Right.
Nice.
Subtract 2d4 gold from your character sheet.
After a little while, I'll say to Mother, after she's stopped crying or whatever, Mother, with what's happened and the bad memories here, Tyrael and Anton and I will be out of the house. We won't be here to keep you company a lot of the time. I was speaking
It's
to
okay.
your
Your
sister
father's
recently.
coming home soon. He'll keep you company.
I was speaking to your sister recently. Father's. I was speaking to your sister, and she's lonely up there in the palace. Maybe you could go and live there. I could go and speak to her if you want.
Oh, no nonsense. I can't
too
live in the
prideful.
palace. I gave that up a long time ago. Long time ago. I can't live there anymore.
She's
It would be
struggling
too
with the
confusing.
responsibilities, Mother. Perhaps your company could help her. Help us all.
Well, maybe when your father comes back, then we can visit her or something.
Well, maybe while Father's away on the front lines, perhaps you could go there temporarily. You could always return to the home when Father is back from the front.
No, Imric. No. I can't
Okay.
live in the castle anymore. I gave that up and I cannot go back. Even for a night. I don't want to
understand.
cause any confusion.
I understand.
If I stay there are people who would want me to stay there forever. It would be problematic. It would probably kill me in the end.
Okay, as you wish. I I need to go and attend to something. I'll check in with you shortly, and I'll like slowly walk out the room, close the door quietly behind me, and walk back downstairs and say to one of the servants, like, we need to get father's body to a temple out of the house.
They tell you that they are just waiting for your mother to give the word. She said to wait, and then she went upstairs and hasn't been seen in hours.
My mother is not in her right mind. This is for the best.
There's an uneven, uncomfortable look pass between the servants, and the cleric of Verasi puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "It's your mother's right to declare when the body gets moved. It's a holy right. You can't deny that to her, even if she's out of her mind."
I've just been speaking to her. She thinks father will be returning any minute now. She thinks he's still on the front lines. She's not well. I don't intend for her to go through the pain of losing him a second time when she first comes down these stairs and finds his body in this state. Please, this is my family. Don't tell me how to manage it, how to deal with my mother. I'm the closest person she has now. You should respect my wishes.
Anton will come storming in.
The cleric of Rossi will go and have a look in on your mother to verify your words.
Okay.
She's very, the rituals of death and dying and what you do with a body when someone passes are, culturally significant, and she will do up her job to make sure the traditions are followed.
Tyrael, Imric.
Yes, Anton.
I cannot convince Mother Bella to help me cast the spell to see what happened to Father. She flat out refused. She said it was our fault that he's dead.
Really?
A nod.
I look to Imric and Anton, and I say glaringly coldly, "Is she wrong?"
A clumsy old man falling down the stairs.
We had a clumsy old mother fall down the stairs not a few fortnights ago as well, did we not?
Yeah, it's something else. I don't know how to find what it is.
You must. You're the cleric here. What evil have we wrought upon this household? If anyone here should know the answer, it should be you.
Anton racks his brain. He detected spirits. The only thing we had seen is when I memory read her.
Do you remember, Anton, when we were on the ship traveling back from Heatstroke and you divined with Valthara? Did she not say to you that if we were to kill Georg, the dark powers would come for us, the terrible things would happen?
Well, I guess this is cost of doing business. I would like to figure out what exactly it was. I currently can't. I don't know any other clerics.
Do you have at your disposal to investigate this situation? Are there any spells you have?
I mean, I have memory read, detect spirits, but I detected spirits before nothing came up. I memory readed Mom. I felt the push. That's pretty much all I got. I don't have any like cool 4th level spells that help with this, I don't think.
Speak with Dead.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna. Fuck.
I've got nothing that will help with this kind of thing.
I guess I'll speak with Dead with the dad, but I gotta nap to do that.
What were you gonna suggest?
You can wait
Neal?
until the next morning. No, I was wondering if you had Speak with Dead, but
No.
Anton has it. No.
Yeah, I will go nap myself. I'm gonna have the spell.
Okay. You nap yourself. The cleric of Rossi does determine that your mother is inconsolable with grief and not grounded in reality enough to be making these decisions, and lets you pass it on. But I guess by now you're going to speak with Dead, so that comes next. Give me your questions. How many questions may you ask?
I think I can ask 3 right now.
Okay.
7 to 8, I get.
So the table's a little hard to read.
I
Speak with
get
Dead
3
is a second level, third level?
3rd level.
Okay, and you are a level 8 cleric or a level 9 cleric?
Level 8.
All right, you get 3 questions over 3 minutes, and they can have been dead up to 1 month in length. So
I'll ask him.
You wake up.
Do you guys have questions for this?
What the fuck are we gonna ask him? Did somebody push you down the stairs? Yes. Who was it? I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
Do you know how you died? My neck is broke, dumb fuck. You tell me.
I'll ask who killed you.
A wraith.
Oh well, see, useful. Did anyone see?
Only the man who pushed me.
All right, wraiths are gonna be in the ethereal plane, yeah? I looked to Emmerich.
Yeah. In the ethereal plane.
All right, let's find him.
Ask him if he has any final words. Since he didn't get to utter any before dying.
Yeah, do you have anything you want to say to us, Father?
I wish I had known you better.
Korean. I think that they can hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't have to relay it.
Okay.
All right, in the morning.
You guys are gonna spend the night though? You take the body away after the questions are asked?
Yeah, I think we'll spend the night guarding ourselves.
Yeah, you can't sleep tonight anyway. You just napped, so you're awake for the night anyway.
You have the ethereal plane. Can we now take a visit there and see if we see any nearby raids?
I don't have etherealness right now. I'll have it in the morning, or I
Okay.
guess tomorrow.
Okay. You guys wait till the next day.
Okay. I'll change spells.
This is the first day. Today and tomorrow are the days that you're supposed to be getting Mother Janice and bringing him back. Right?
Fuck! Well, okay, our fucking dad died. She knows it's gonna be, yeah.
Obviously, something's gonna change.
Can I stand at the top of the stairs? If I wear that true sight ring, does it show me anything in the ethereal plane, or is it only, like, exits, entrances?
Can't remember. Queen's like looking at her watch. Yeah, I know your dad just died, but there's a time.
Roll initiative, bitch.
Ring of Seeing. To do things plainly as if the priest true sight spell.
Priest true sight spell works as though you've drank a potion of true sight.
You joke, but that's how these books are written. True sight's not even in the spell list. What the hell is it?
Oh,
Can anyone find the priest spell true sight? How have we been using this in the past?
It's level 6 priest spell called True Seeing, I believe.
Ah, there we go.
Further, the recipient can focus his vision in the ethereal plane or the bordering areas of adjacent planes. The range of vision is 120 feet.
ooh, okay. Can I activate the
Yes.
ring? I have 30 minutes. Can I go to the top of the stairs and just kind of walk around the hallway, up and down the stairs, and look and see if I can spot any type of wraiths or anything in the ethereal plane?
Penetrates normal magical darkness. Secrets acts displaced. Invisible things become visible. Illusions, apparitions are seen through. Polymorph changed enchanted things are apparent. Or projected by creatures becomes visible. Alignment can be discerned. Recipients can focus to see in the ethereal plane. Yes, you walk around, and when you poke into your mother's bedroom, there is a shadowy figure hovering over her above the bed, staring down at her, but having turned to see you as you enter the room. You can see the chiseled face of a young man who died too early. It is very clearly the face of the man of stone that you brought back from the pyramid.
Gotcha. Okay. As I kind of walk around and then I walk into the room, I'll just kind of like cross my arms. I'll kind of like casually look over. I won't make eye contact with the creature, but I'll kind of like call it to Mother. And I'll say, Mother.
Give me a charisma check, because when you walk into a room and someone's making eye contact at you, it takes a little bit of skill and effort to not also like.
I mean,
there's
I'm
a natural
specifically
eye
looking
contact.
for a wraith and everything. Like, I'm not trying
Yeah,
to...
I mean, you're looking for a wraith, and then there's a wraith, and you look at the wraith, then you want to like look at it, but also make sure not to like look in the eyes. It's I'm gonna require a check to pretend like you haven't seen the wraith in the room. A charisma check to pretend that you saw it but didn't see it. That's not necessarily easy to betray.
I totally disagree, but...
Because he's like expecting that the thing is gonna be in here. He's actively looking for it, and Tyrell's not a dumb fuck.
Yeah, like I know there's going to be a wraith around. That's literally
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
then
doing.
you're at least gonna like glance up in the direction of the wraith that's hovering, right? Because you see something, you look towards it, you want to pretend like you're looking at something else in that moment.
You know what? I don't care. I'm going to crush it. I'm crushing this
Do
roll. Okay.
Off by 1.
What?
Yeah. So you,
Oh, wait, Luckstone,
21 is a
Luckstone.
success.
Can we argue Luckstone on this? Because he's getting lucky by, glancing away at the right moment.
True.
Oh my god.
Absolutely not. Luckstone is to avoid dangers, not to improve your chances of manipulating other people.
You know what? I actually didn't even care because I wanted to roleplay this. I go into the room and I meet the gaze of the specter hovering above my mother and I glare at him.
It retreats towards the wall that it shares with the outside world and phases through the wall.
I'll walk
to
to
the outside.
my brother Anton's room. I'll knock.
Yep.
There's a wraith, an apparition hovering above our mother's bed. How do we dispel it?
We go to the ethereal plane and kill it there, I think. Is that correct, Neal?
One way of doing it.
I don't have dispel.
It's been 30 minutes, or it has not been 30 minutes. Also, I need you to copy paste me all the shit for that seeing thing so that I don't have to ask over and over again. What is my brother's alignment?
Your brother is unfortunately only 8th level, so he does not emit an alignment yet. 9th level is the spot where alignments are shown. Literally.
No, people
Literally,
don't
that's
have
the cut
alignments
point.
at all?
You're not a character is not considered strong enough to project an alignment until they are 9th level, at which
Interesting.
point they now have like projectable alignments.
Okay, that's
Anything
fine.
below that is just too chump to change.
Understood. Okay. Give me the text for that seeing things so I don't have to ask if somebody can. Oh, you linked
It's
it?
already there.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay. Otherwise, then I'll tell him take etherealness. We've already wasted a full day here. Tomorrow morning we will set out to kill this wraith as soon as you wake up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take 3.
He can't sleep tonight.
Really? You
He
can't.
just napped.
I'll take him by the hilt of my sword and I'll say goodnight, brother.
That's not a restful sleep that will
It's
allow
fine.
you to. Yeah.
I can do it the next day. It's fine.
Okay.
So can we get to the point where I can sleep and then?
Sure.
We can do
There will be some time in between these things. Nick, did you have aspirations?
No, I think he's just mourning, I guess. Like, I don't know, do you guys tell me about finding this wraith?
Yeah, I'll go to Emmerich's room later and I'll inform him that we saw a wraith and that our brother is going to be taking etherealness the next day. We'll go and slay the wraith.
Okay.
Okay.
After I leave Emmerich's room, I'll punch the wall. I'm upset. We let something so stupid slip by us.
All right. You guys can rest. 2 of the brothers sleep tonight. The other one doesn't. You'll have
I'm gonna
to
argue-
essentially wait for the next night to fall
This-
asleep and rest.
This should be the easiest Velthara amulet ever, due to the fact that he literally took Anton's vengeance from him. The vengeance that he's been seeking for his whole life of killing his fucking dad for being a cunt. Anton wants real vengeance on this guy for fucking with him. So he's going to try and Velthara mark Wraith Georg.
I do believe we said it does not go to people on other planes of existence, right? It is
when I
localized.
did it on a vampire and I went into the other plane, the ethereal plane, I was able to track them.
Because they're partially on the ethereal plane. But just cast it once we get there. And then
Well,
we
yeah,
track
I'll
them
cast it
down.
once we get there if that's how it works. Then yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I should have my spells and I can
Yeah.
finally put to bed Georg. Beautiful.
Well,
Beautiful.
that will have to be our next session.
Well, we have 15 minutes, no?
Yeah, we have 15 minutes. Yeah, you can set some stuff up, but I think that adventure will be long enough that we'll want more than 15 minutes to roll through it.
True. Can you
So
give
is
us
there
a give us a recap, Mr. Mint? What we accomplished this episode?
Absolutely fucking nothing.
Okay.
We found out so much more on Mother Janice.
Oh, Koibu, write down in your sheet. We do get experience for defeating that belay or whatever, because he ran from us. So
True. We did get experience for beating the boule, Neal. That's
we
legit.
did. That is
That
legit.
is legit, yes. Yes.
I want that 400 split 2 ways or whatever. Okay.
It's more than that, right, I think.
It'll be, yeah, it's more than 400 XP.
Okay.
Not as much as 8 man scorpions. That would have been oof. I
Would
don't
have
know.
passed
What.
our saves.
Those man scorpions are worth more than the boule, like pair man scorpion. That.
So, before we wrap everything up, because we've still got some time here, what things do you need to do or say or prep or discuss, if anything?
Well, we're still waiting for the armor to go to Solemn as soon as we can get the armor, right? That's what we're waiting for.
Yeah, I think that
At this point now, we just we do the Wraith thing, kill Georg in the Ethereal Plane, and then go to get Mother Janice and Fendon, which is just down the road, so it should be pretty easy to at least locate her. Might be a battle, but I think we do those things, and then we hope that it's time to go.
Do you want
Right.
to try to get that spellbook from the Eridonian losers?
Oh, I would like to get that,
I
yeah.
want to trade our.
Because I'm not going to have any access to new spells once we get to Solemn, because no one's going to teach me any.
Then
So,
we need that book.
Yeah, I need the spellbook, yeah.
Whose spellbook? What spellbook?
His spellbook
The
that we
Al-
gave to the cave-dwelling losers.
The Book of Alcazar, or whatever it was called.
Right. Those friends of yours that you borrowed some stuff from just for a little bit and then have kind of ghosted.
Hold on. We
You
did
met with them
not.
once. That's true.
We met with them once and gave them for free a magical, shimmering +1 sword, an exquisitely beautiful blade, gems inlaid in the hilt. Absolutely
them-
no rust on the blade. It was a perfectly good magical sword for free.
And if they
That's
wanted to
true.
meet us, they just had to send us a message.
True.
We've
That's
told
true.
So we
Yep.
didn't ditch them.
And we even finished their big mission of like killing demons and shit for them. These people are basically, they owe us our lives, at least their lives.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fuck them.
And plus, the wizard's probably got everything he can get out of the book by now, anyway.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. Well, in that case, what else do you guys need to do? Any other prep? Anyone else you want to talk to? Anything else you need to establish? Do you
Yeah,
need
can
any
I-
other information on like that for the Mother Janice mission?
Can I find a cleric who will cast Time Pool?
Why?
Seventh
We already
level.
seem like we know what's happened, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So
I'm
you
just
would need
curious.
a 7th level
Find it.
cleric to uplift, right?
Yeah. I just want to find another cleric friend, if possible.
Okay.
Probably
There
not.
are not that many 7th level or higher clerics here in the capital. You have spoken to Mother Bella.
Yeah. The neediest cleric won't do it either.
Yeah, she definitely is out. There is one other cleric who you could definitely possibly call upon. This would be the like head advisor cleric to the queen, but it's very unlikely that they're going to be able to give you a 12-hour block of time anywhere.
Okay. That'll be. I just want to know someone I can go to if like I need to time pool something about Scoria or something huge.
Yeah. If it's something for Scoria, you will probably be able to finagle something. But for your own personal stuff, there's no way that they're going to spend 12 hours casting Uplift for you. They're like, involved in plannings and operations and spell casting and scrying of their own accord.
I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well,
I mean, Imric, Nick, you can tell me if these spells sound good. 3 negative plane protections, 2 etherealnesses, 3 protection from evils.
Yeah.
You have a couple of
Sounds
protection
pretty
from
good.
level drains?
That's the negative plane protection.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's going to be a normal Wraith. It's probably going to be
Yeah.
a version of Gale casting spells and stuff, so.
It's gonna be great. And then we're gonna get his amulet, Nick. Don't worry, that's coming.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Still on the
Then
table.
Then I can
Truly.
turn evil like you two and agree to fuck over the crown.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Mm-hmm. I hope you never have to meet Ryan in real life, Moon. At this point, you're gonna be filled with such rage at seeing his
Oh,
face.
I like Ryan. I do. I like Ryan. I like Ryan's campaigns. I just started watching the Mouse for Winter one.
Did you? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Well, do we want to read our question and then call it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Which memory of being bullied for simply being a dirty McGarry stands out the most to each of the brothers?
Great question.
Anton, you start.
Anton for being deformed in. Yeah, he was bullied for being
Burns.
deformed and burned. And then they used to spread rumors that it was really Cheese who did it. I don't know, because he was so ugly.
That it was who did what?
I didn't have a good answer for this. Why did you make me go first? Cheese is one of the goddesses.
So, Imric wasn't really bullied when he was younger. He went to his mage school. By the time he was about 13 or 14, he went to his first noble dance or whatever, where all the nobles gather. And he's dancing with this girl. It's going well. They're chatting all day, all evening. And eventually she goes to speak to her friends. And he's watching them, and he can see them talking and like pointing over at them, and he sees them mouthing his name, McGarry. And then like the girl comes over to him and sort of says like, oh, I don't want anything to do with you. You're barely even a noble. I can't believe I've like wasted my entire evening dancing with you. And then like threw a drink in his face.
Ooh.
Correct.
God damn. I know.
I think Tyrael had two very different and separate types of experiences with his name. Like, obviously, all rogues and even people within the family aren't all necessarily of the same mind or of all together. You'll have like conflicting or competing interests from different groups, even that work in the same organizations. For part of the people that his uncle worked with, I think that there was like a bit of camaraderie, a bit of jokery, because I don't think it's too often that you see nobles or noble family members interact with people in the family too often, is my guess, right? There's not like a ton of nobility, right? So for Uncle McGarry, it's like, McGarry, that kind of guy. Like it was a little bit kind of maybe like a little chiding or a little bit like friendly kind of bullying, bantering or whatever. But for people outside of like our kind of like direct circles that we ran in, the comments would have been made similarly, but it would have been with a much more like stinging bite. It's like, oh, it's McGarry, like the nobles that failed so much that like here they are committing crimes or whatever. It would have been more making fun of the noble name rather than kind of recognizing it with like, oh, it's a noble is down here hanging out with us and is somewhat respectable in the crime world. It's like more like, wow, like how pathetic are you that you're down here with us? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well.
Oh yeah, Anton writes Mother Bella in his death note.
Excellent.
Add her to the list. Currently, it's
Right.
Ark Sambar, Nadinas, Mother Bella,
Nadinas.
and yeah,
Just casually throwing in a whole D
casually.
there.
God, yeah.
Yeah. Next session. Clearly, you guys are going to go after the Wraith. Then you're
Yes.
going to do the Bella stuff. Then you're going to go to Solemn once the armor and everything is back,
Yeah.
because you're still waiting for the dragon armor to come
We're
back.
gonna-
Wait, what's the
to
Bella
find out-
stuff?
He meant the mother, Janice.
Mother
Not
Janice.
Bella.
Yeah.
Janice, yes.
Okay.
We're gonna find the person who tried to poison us too.
Who? What? Are we?
Wait, why not?
No, we're not. We're not wasting time with that. Because it's just probably a bounty person from the fucking gnome people in Roxas. Who cares? Fuck them.
The last time we didn't. Okay.
Okay,
Fine by me.
here's what we're doing next episode, okay? So, in the first 5 minutes, we're killing Georg. In the next 10 minutes, we're going to capture and bring back Janice alive.
And then we're going to Solemn.
And then we're going to it'll probably take about an hour to finish all of Solemn. That's the plan for next episode.
And then the last 2 hours we'll kill Scoria, and then it's GG.
Maybe, yeah.
We need to move our mom. We have to move, right?
Mom needs to be put in a home. Sorry.
Mom needs to be put in a
She's
home,
not
yeah.
safe.
We
She can't be kept here on her own. I'm guessing that the standard practice is probably you keep, because you have servants and everything in the house, why would you move them out of the house, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Just
I
have-
was fucking on it.
Have someone keep an eye on her, Have a servant just always nearby. And once you kill the Wraith, then there's no danger of her tripping down the stairs anymore, so it should be
Yeah,
fine,
there's
right?
danger of wine being brought over and her dying to that shit.
True.
There are a lot of balls in the air right now.
Are there? We're good at juggling. We'll bring them all back down safely next episode for sure.
All of our family dies. We don't have to worry about anything. That's kind of base, though.
It's true. You could just murder your family.
True.
True. Okay. Well,
All right.
we'll be back here next week.
That.
Same
Yeah.
time, same place, same people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick, shout out, go.
Oh yeah, well I've actually got something to plug. So
Oh my
I've got
God.
this new show that I'm working on. It's called Malachi's Shadow Arena. So Malachi, he's dead, but he's become the most powerful wizard in the multiverse. He's built this huge tower next to this massive arena, and using shadow magic sort of creates one-off encounters or arenas of various terrain types. So the way it works is like Twitch chat. Anyone in chat can submit a 5th edition character. Goes into a database. I'll choose groups randomly. They can fight like difficult PvE encounters of different types. Survivors like level up and get gold, eventually progressing to sort of PvP, like 1v1, 2v2, 3v3. Chat represents the crowd. They use channel points to vote on who's going to win. And if your team wins, like you get some gold to spend in the shop and XP based on how many channel points get used. And then, yeah, if you lose, chat votes thumbs up or thumbs down. See if your character lives or dies. The more you fight, the more gold you get, the more levels you get. Gain power, setting up epic high-level duels in the future. So if you're interested, go to my Discord and go to the Arena channel. You'll find some information about that.
Great. Sounds like fun.
Thanks, man.
Cool. Moody cakes.
This will be top 10 worst weeks of my life due to the fact that Koibu's Discord is going to nonstop be talking about Georg, and it's probably going to drive me to madness. So really excited for that. Yeah, fuck everything.
Don't listen to them.
All right.
It's your fault.
I'm probably not streaming for the rest of the night. I go to Kenosha tomorrow for my debate panel on Saturday, which hopefully is fun. And then, assuming I don't get assassinated there, I will be back on Tuesday, and we'll be back to streaming. I think on Tuesday I have a conversation with Bruni, or maybe Wednesday, something like that. Koibu, what's your next thing?
Next thing is Embers of the Wilds this Saturday, and then Legends of Arcadia Genesis this Sunday.
All right, cool. Well, we love you all. We will hopefully catch you next week.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.